everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Crit Seekers. So, I don't think we have any announcements ever in the recent times, so we're just going to jump straight into the episodes from now on. All right. Previously on Crit Seekers, the talented Seven venture their way into the Giant Spine mountain range. God damn it. With some clutch rolls, making their first day's travel quite easy, they make camp for the evening, only to be confronted with an eerie group of twig blights in the night. The next morning, the party ventures further into a forested ravine where Kaya alerts 3 manticores.
Oh, wow, way to put the targeted.
What is going to happen to our fated party?
That's it.
That's it. That's kind of like, that's all last session was, pretty much.
Find out this
Travel.
week on this week's episode.
Find out this week on this week's
we're
episode,
doing.
this week of
next-
Crit Seekers this week.
Or will you really find out?
Who knows? Maybe we might end up back in Mid-Cross. Will our travelers ever leave?
4 hours from
It was
now,
all just a dream.
That would suck.
And then an astral dreadnought comes out from the ground.
No thanks.
I'm good.
Anyway, so
This is the dream. The astral dreadnought was actually real, and we got knocked out so hard we dreamed the rest of this campaign.
yeah, exactly. The ending
So
of the
you
campaign
wake up,
is
you
guys
find you're
waking
back
up
there.
Whose
inside the
perspective
astral
is this
dreadnought's
dream
demijohn.
from?
Verona's.
So, who?
What?
All right. So, you guys woke up that morning, traveled a little ways into this kind of forested ravine. Kaya, you decided to fly up and try to navigate, see if there was a way through. And upon landing, as you walked, you saw some rocks tumble off of. These are going to be the cliff sides, basically, not giant purple rocks, just to denote the little ravine that you're in. You watched basically 2, one on each side, manticores climb up and kind of snarl down at you, and then one of them emerged from in front of you. And at this point, you see its wings unfurl behind it, and it flies up into the air. So, like everyone, to start with rolling me some initiative.
Holy fuck. Let's
Okay.
There, okay.
There, okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh. Oh, wait. I get advantage on these.
1, 2.
That was worse.
All right. Nimue.
I got a 14.
14. Tail.
20.
20. 7.
10.
Nix.
17.
DeWitt.
16.
Kaya.
12.
Oops.
Bum, 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 bum.
Accidentally left Artanis in your party. He's not here.
He could be.
Yeah.
He's not.
If it wasn't a little.
Are you sure? I vaguely remember him.
are God.
Yeah,
you make that
you don't
happen.
know.
Yeah.
Mason, I'm pretty sure he spaced out
I'm
last
pretty sure
session.
he
and then
dimension
was
doored
here.
right here.
Definitely
He came
hung
with
out.
us.
Wow.
We protected the realm forever, and he came with us.
Oh, you're right. How did I forget this whole fact? Tail, you're up. As you
that's
kind
reverse.
of walking. So I said it earlier, but just people, well, I mean, I guess people listening can't see this, but these little tokens all represent trees. They're not massive. They go to probably about just below the edge of this cliffside, which is probably about like between 20 and 30 feet up. I mean, it's not a straight line. There's, it
Okay.
dips and ducks and dives and dodges. But yeah.
You said dodge twice.
Yeah.
You didn't
The 5
say it
Ds of Dodge
correctly.
Dog.
So
like dodge. I like dodge.
these things are flying, and I'm like,
These 2 have just crawled up over the cliff edge, and their paws are down, and they're looking directly at your group and just snarling. And you can see their tails kind of whipping up behind them, these spikes from the tails themselves. And this one has flown up. You can't quite see, like you can see the figure of it through the branches. They're not like thick trees themselves, but it is up in the air probably. So those are 10, 20. So it's about, like 30 feet up in the air, like same level as the cliff sides as these other ones, but it is flying.
have I ever seen anything like these before? Would I know anything
Make a
about
nature check.
manticores? For 13.
A 13. You haven't seen them personally. You've heard of Manticores. They're not like, a fabled creature in this area. They're something that has been encountered before. There's been stories about them.
Okay. I am going to just walk up a little bit, like
How far would you like to go?
15 feet, please.
10 feet. 10, 15.
Okay. Then I'm going to put down or put away my weapon really quick and take out some rope. And I'm going to haste myself in 7.
Not again. Okay.
That's my turn.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting a phone call. Oh God. We're
copyright.
gonna get copyright.
Redacted.
Oh, Valley of Redacted.
Oh, Valley?
Not supposed to happen.
That's the title of the episode.
Valley of Redacted. Don't you have to? I guess you were right next to 7, so you could have. Haste is touch, isn't it?
It's 30 feet.
Oh, okay, cool. So you kind of step through Nyx and Kaya in your little circle that your group has formed. Step in front of them, put away your weapon, and pull out your set of rope. 7, you kind of feel your blood start to pump through your veins and feel that rush in you as Tail
boy.
casts this. Anything else you would like to do for your turn, Tail?
Oh, you see
Turn
that
tail
one
now.
on the left? That one is mine. Don't hurt him. Be my friend. Okay, that's my turn.
Nyx.
From that book that I read, would I know anything about its like weaknesses or resistances?
You didn't read specifically the pages on Manticores, but you can definitely flip to it and spend your action researching that if you would like.
Pretty worth though, actually. Like if you can find out some vulnerabilities and stuff.
Yeah. Can I don't know if you'll let. Okay, quick question, because I've never used the spell for reduce and large.
Uh-huh.
It says if I reduce, the target's weapons also shrink to match its new size. Would that mean like if it has like bite or claw attacks, would those be its weapons? Because
Essentially.
it says while these weapons are reduced, the target's attacks with them deal 1d4 less damage.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's.
I would
even-
say it would essentially reduce
that?
their. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a long shot, but I'll try. Oh shit! What's the fucking? Never mind. That's way too far away. Maybe I'll just cast. Let's see. I'm so sorry, you guys.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe I've done
Oh, wait,
this.
the initiative went tail and then Nyx.
Yeah.
I was gonna keep track and then I ain't stop paying attention.
Concentration. Well, fuck me. I don't know what to do.
What?
I'm just gonna hide and then. Yeah, I do that a lot. Wait, what would be the trees?
Mm-hmm.
What is this going right there?
What
Okay. Make stealth check.
Cocked.
28.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Wow.
hold an action if somebody comes down. Oh wait, that's movement. Fuck me, man. I'm not ready for this shit. I'll just.
You got it.
whatever. No, I'll just hold an action in case somebody comes in.
That
my
also
range of
works.
this. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do.
You're gonna hold an action in case something comes in your range.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not prepared, so it's my bad. I'll figure it out by next turn.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
So Nyx, you watch Nyx kind of dodge off to the side and take her position behind a tree. Well, I guess you guys wouldn't see that. It would probably only really be Nimue who can notice that happening.
Oh, I'll hold my action to cast Reduce if one of them comes in my range within 30 feet.
Okay. DeWitt.
Okay, I'm going to sing a song. Of course. What else do I do? What song should I sing?
Guys, don't get too far.
You
away.
make
Songs
poison.
Okay, I
Yes.
have a
People.
spell that I need to cast while you're still in my range.
Um,
I'm in your range.
Okay, good.
I
get too
haven't
far
moved
off it.
yet.
sorry.
I'm only 15 feet away.
Okay, good.
Okay, here we go. Seven's got a quick wing. He'll look around the room. He can't tell you his plan. He's got a rolled azure leaf hanging out his beak. He's a ranger bird. Yeah, found an enchanted bow in Audie's closet and in a box of fun things I don't even know what. But he's coming for you. Yeah, he's coming for you. Yeah, all the other siblings with the pumped up kicks. You'd better run, outrun his bow. All the other siblings with the pumped up kicks. You'd better run faster than his arrow. Then I'll do Mantle of Inspiration on Seven.
Hell yeah.
And Tail and Kaya.
Fuck my siblings. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Okay. Do you guys? Oh wait, that's not.
They can use
Yeah,
their
yeah.
reaction if they want.
Do you want to use your reactions to move?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't move too far away from me, Randall.
Too late.
He's going up
dead.
against the Manticore, and he's gonna ride it.
Okay.
Am I able to get on top of that rock?
You could make an athletics check to try and climb up.
Okay. 8.
And 8, you hear DeWitt sing and you get excited and start running towards this Manticore with your pumped up kicks. You try to climb the rock and it's kind of one of those like shuffles where you're like and you don't make it up the rock, but you're behind the rock.
I'm totally up the rock.
Okay.
Kaya, did you want to move in 7?
Yeah, I was just gonna move. I was waiting for them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cliff is wow, amazing.
Are you
In the
trying?
tree.
I guess you
No.
can't try and hide.
For the
So,
listeners, he moved 5 feet in front of it.
Yep. I moved.
Okay. Can I run up and get on top of that that rock thing?
This one or this one?
The one
This one?
Tail went to.
Yeah.
She's just gonna be better than
Make
him.
an acrobatics check for you.
Advantage.
Why can't I get an
Yeah,
acrobatics
whoa,
check?
that's
You're not a monk.
But I'm.
It's 2 threes. But it's a 9.
So
Hey, it's better than an 8.
you
Hey.
you and Tail kind of do
I
the
didn't have
same thing,
advantage, so-
where you guys are like running in unison, and you kind of look at each other with a smile, like ready for this fight, bobbing your heads, and you both get up to the rock and like both jump at the same time. This epic in the air slow mo, and then it's like and you both fall down, and you're stuck.
Oh,
behind
we're
the
going
rock.
to die.
And I'll look at each other. Your face turns as red as Tails.
Does this
Nobody saw that.
guy up here look like he's a bigger, stronger Manticore?
Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
They all look exactly the same, but I mean, based on creatures and their pack mentalities, you signify that probably one of them is the alpha, and he's probably it.
Okay, I
That
cast
one-
slow on him.
Has a hat.
Okay.
Makes a wisdom saving throw.
Is he within range of your slow?
It's 120 feet.
Oh,
so...
yeah. Well,
I'm gonna go with hard.
And it's a 40-foot cube, so if he's on the edge
the
of it...
Pythagorean theorem, Danny.
It's a 40-foot cube. Yeah, Jesus.
he would be
what?
in range.
Oh,
It's fucking
just
huge.
The Pythagorean theorem.
We're not going to waste the time to do it. That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
It's like, I can do it.
That's a 4.
Fail. So he has a -2 to his AC and dexterity saving throws. It can't use
Wow.
reactions. On its turn, it can only use an action or a bonus action, not both. And it can't make more than one melee or range attack during its turn.
Damn.
Shit, dude.
How long is
What
that
is
for?
that
So
spell?
good.
Slow.
It's just opposite of haste.
It's just, yeah. But how long is it for?
Oh, and its speed is halved. It lasts for a minute.
That's
Dude,
a
that
Quite a while.
spell is so good.
have everything but the ones
Yeah, the ones that are used.
that like I have
Which
all
one
of
did you
these,
get?
except
The
for
alpha.
the ones that you guys always use. And it's kind of
I've only used the spell one time.
I know, I mean, I don't have like a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
the spells you guys used. I don't have fucking
Well, maybe get better things.
thinking about it.
Why don't you have more stuff, bro?
Yep. Spend more money,
bro. I'll add an effect to it so that I remember, because I can do that apparently. He is not even on here. What the tit fucking ass bitches.
Tit fucking.
Beep, beep, beep.
Dude.
Redacted.
All right, whatever.
I'm gonna
New
erase that
insult
part.
is calling somebody a loop. Like, you're a fucking loop. I just think it's really good.
I'm gonna move
Your
right.
spare
FYI.
parts, aren't you, bud?
Your spare parts, aren't you, bud? All right.
My turn's in.
Okay. Nimue.
Spare.
What are you pointing at? Oh.
Tattoo.
Oh. I was like, what? Okay. I am going to cast Beacon of Hope on the party. Are they all within 30 feet of me?
I think so.
If they're not, I'll move to try to do it.
Yeah, they're all like Kaya and Taylor, like right on the edge of it, but
Okay, but I can get them.
Well, good thing
I
they
didn't get
failed
on
to
that
climb.
rock.
Yeah, seriously, idiot. Okay, yeah. So Beacon of Hope, which you guys all know what that shit does by now,
Yup.
right? Cool. And then
Wait, does everyone get it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
everybody in my range, everybody gets it.
Ready gets one.
And then I'll do nothing. That's it.
very well.
What?
You're gonna move?
No. I'll
Just
stay.
gonna stand in
I'm
the
gonna
open?
Okay.
stay
She's by
in
a
the middle of
tree.
all of you. I'm right next to a tree. Look,
Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Benjamin. Okay.
Okay, Ben.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right, Kaya.
Oh, it is my turn.
Hey, that's me. I'm Kaya.
Well, I thought I was.
Oh, I'm Kaya.
Okay, can I? For my movement,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to climb the rock because I can, because my boots.
Okay. Make your acrobatics check. Or wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What are
don't
your
fail me
boots?
this
What do your boots
time.
say?
They say.
You can walk in them.
Wow.
You can hold B to run.
Oh wait.
It says.
I made
These
this item, so I
boots
forget.
grant the wearer advantage on dexterity checks while attuned to them. In addition, your climbing speed is equal to your movement speed while attuned.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are rad.
So you can fly and climb.
Yeah.
Can you swim?
You're like Link, dude.
Dude.
So do I need to make an acrobatics check?
It's like a
That's
chorus.
That's a 16.
Your DC is always just lower than everyone else's, but it wasn't below a 10 that time. That you rolled a 9.
Shut up.
All right. Yeah, easy enough. This time you kind of like rub your hands together and look to the tree next to you and jump to the tree and use it as a pivot point to like bounce off and up onto the rock
Mario?
itself.
Cool. And then
I need tacky. I forgot to get that this week. Oh,
No,
okay.
it's just raining.
Kaya's dead. It's okay.
Well, you're just playing with her like, as a
You're on the
slime
rock.
now.
We're just. It's fine.
okay, can I
not
jump
gonna
to
be
the
better.
cliff?
There's no way that this works.
Can I make it to the cliff?
You can jump to the cliff. You're gonna have to make a check to like grasp on. It's not like the cliff's like 20, 30 feet up.
Guys, just wait for
Can
them
I-
to come to us. Just hold your action to hit
Fine, I'll
when it
stay
comes in
there,
range.
and as my bonus action, I will say
I lay
I'll
down.
go and activate my cool snake
Yeah,
wraps.
the wraps kind of dance up off of your wrists, poised and ready to strike.
And then I will hold my action to punch him.
Okay.
Yep.
7. Yes, you all rolled better than they did.
Wow.
Wow, really?
Even though they got the jump on us.
Wait, I rolled a 10.
I guess I should have rolled with advantage, but
Oh.
meh. I forgot they
Okay,
kind of
wow.
did get the jump on you.
I was not prepared for this. I thought I was going to go before. Okay, well, that changes everything then. All right.
Shoot one.
They rolled an 8.
Well, I didn't want to shoot one until they started coming at us. So I'm going to hold my attack. I'm going to knock an arrow, but I'm just going to hold my attack until I see an aggressive movement from one of them. So
Okay. I'll allow that. All right, now it's your turn. Well, the one flying is kind of looking like he's feeling really loopy, but his tail's gonna like whip out from beneath him, and you see one of the spikes from the tail like detach and shoot towards Nimue. It's the only one that he can see like directly right now.
That's fine. He's gonna miss
Watch
anyway.
missile.
Probably.
You guys laughed
yeah,
at me
it's,
for moving
14.
5 feet.
That misses.
And so you can see the sluggish movements. One of the spikes just sticks into the tree next to you. And you can see this long, like probably 3 foot long, like natural spike from his tail just sticking out of the tree.
Ooh, now I can.
He can only
steal
make
that.
one fucking ranged attack. So
Yeah.
Slow is so good.
it's like he was like the one that was supposed to set up their whole tactics, and you just fucking put it in his butt.
Classic bard.
Setting them up for failure.
Every encounter.
Oh, it makes a save at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah.
An 11.
Yes.
Fail.
Jesus Christ. All right, so the other two are going to like take like a leap off, and their wings flap once and jumps down
Is he on the ground or is he in the air?
on the ground.
Okay.
This one jumped to the ground as well as this one, and it's going to make attacks against you, Colette. This one,
Who's Colette?
Kaya. Sorry.
I cast. It's in range now. So I'm gonna cast.
Okay, I'll allow you to cast yours
Or
first.
is it down?
Yeah,
Okay.
it jumps down.
Does it save?
This one,
Yeah.
I'd say that was probably half its movement, so I'll start moving towards. Does it even see 7? Are you trying to be hidden?
I'm not trying to be hidden. I just
Okay.
want to more
Okay,
just
it
taking
doesn't
cover.
see you. It sees Nimue.
Perfect. Thank you.
That's
All
why I
right,
stayed there.
what's its save
We need a
for
tank
your
now, and I have
reduce?
high AC.
13 con.
Oh my god.
Not great. But
Is that your
These
spell
dice are
save?
rolling
DC?
shit for me. That's okay. That's a 19.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
So it doesn't. You
Not okay.
you see it jump down, and you instinctually reach out and cast a spell on it, and you see it shake off the effects. And it's gonna make its attacks at you, Kaya. So it's as it comes up towards you, its mouth goes out to bite you, and you can see this like very lion-esque looking body and head, but there's like these spike growths protruding from its body itself, as well as its wings. That was not cocked, damn it. So that's a 14 for the first one.
Miss.
And then it swings out with both of its claws, and that's a 10
Miss.
and 24.
That one hit.
So,
Barely.
Just
Kidding.
I mean, it's
Needed
not.
that shit.
Jesus Christ. So you take 4 points of slashing damage.
Hell yeah, love it when
Good
the
thing
game
you're
rolls
laying down.
bad. yeah. It's
Look at this
laying
dodge.
down, Yeah.
And you know what?
Then
This one
can
is.
I
Oh,
take my attacks against it? Because it's right there.
It's in range.
In front
She was
of-
holding
I was
her-
holding my action to punch it.
yeah, you can. Let me do
I'll
the
go-
other one's
sorry.
tail spikes it Nimue really quick. Because it is going to use its action to do that. That's a 16.
Misses.
wow.
Damn it. A
What's
7.
your AC? 17 or 18?
And a 15.
It's 18.
Damn.
Right. My set of dice that I was really loving is now not doing it
Fuck
for me. So we're going
those.
back to this. So again, you watch another one jump down as the spike sticks in the tree next to you, and you turn and see this one, and its tail flings up,
I'm
and
just
3 of them
hiding
just.
behind the shield, like
Yeah.
Captain America style.
And you the one that was a 16, you put your shield up, and it like skitters off your shield and up and over you, and the other 2 fly past you, and you can hear the whiz like.
Turbling with the turtle shell.
good
It is a turtle shell, right?
Basically, no, it's not.
All right,
For some reason, I
back
thought
at
it
the
was for
top,
me.
tail.
That would be cool. But
Wait.
no.
Oh, sorry, yeah, make your attacks.
Sorry.
I have to make mine too.
Don't hurt my friend.
Can you?
Kaya.
I guess you can.
I can only see that one.
Yeah.
I can't see these two.
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 22 hit?
No,
Does a 14 hit?
a 14 just barely hits.
Ooh. Okay. Lots of
These
dice
poor
to roll
manticores.
here.
What did they get themselves into?
So the first one.
Easy
We were
prey.
baiting
I'm using
them,
my
not attracting
fists,
them.
by the way.
Kaya was the bait to
So
bait them.
4 piercing
Right.
damage
Like, Kaya,
and
go
9
fly up
bludgeoning
there,
for
it'll
the
be fine.
first.
Okay.
Second
They're killing your manticore tail.
is
I know. I
5
specifically told her
piercing
not to hit that
damage
one.
And 7 bludgeoning.
Gotta
Okay.
make them weak.
12 plus.
It's like catching a
Yeah,
Pokemon.
pretty much, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta put a status effect so it has a higher percentage.
So
chance too.
as this thing bounds up to you and lashes out and misses both, you duck out of the way. Your fist comes around and connects with its face, and you can see the wraps like reach out and pierce into its flesh as your fists do on both times, and it kind of pulls back and
Can I do
growls in
stunning
your face.
strike?
You held your action, so you only get to make your 2 attacks. It's not
Yeah.
like your full turn, so you can't really
But I
you can't
can-
like spend key on a held action.
I
yeah.
did not know that. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta make my attacks too.
Yep.
Okay. Wait. What does haste do again? I've never been
It's an
You
hasted.
extra
can make
attack.
2
You
actions.
get
You have
+2 to
double
AC,
your speed,
advantage
+2.
on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
And the other action can
makes
only
a
be
lot
used
of
to
sense.
attack
Manticores
with a
really didn't
weapon
know what
or
they got
like
themselves into.
disengage hide that stuff.
Their poor little baby manticores are going to be parentless.
I'm just gonna make.
Don't try to make us feel
Guilty.
guilty. They're manticores.
They have a baby.
They're trying to kill me.
I will raise one, Mason,
I just
if you
had
tell
4
me.
spikes thrown in my direction. You're like, you
They have to
baby.
eat too. Damn.
All right. 18
So
for the
do
first
we.
hit.
Gonna eat these.
hope not.
23 for the second hit, and then hasted action or hasted attack is 21. Okay, so they all hit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Poop.
Wait, that's wrong dice.
Rolls the 20s for damage.
I was like, wait, why am I grabbing my
The
d20s?
best weapon ever.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say the word. Okay, I'll be using my regular bow because I forgot to say I was using my other one. 4, 5, 9, 1.
Also, while he's doing that,
Oh, yes.
Colette, I rescind what I said. You can spend key on your held action if you would
Oh,
like.
I can.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, just 21 damage.
21 damage.
Just 21. 21,
I
20.
didn't
So-
use the good bow.
Kai, as your fists connect and the wraps kind of pull out of the sides of its face, you watched 3 arrows, all of 3 of them hit, right? Yeah, streak past you, like really close, but like into its face, and you watch them pierce into like its cheeks. One of them strikes right above its eye, and it like reels back. It's looking hurt.
Woohoo!
Oh, god damn it.
Can I
Zaban.
stick with the stunning strike?
A stunning strike?
Yeah.
Sure.
Con save of 14.
A natural 19.
Poop.
So you seeing this strike out once more, and you see its body goes rigid for a moment,
like
and it
Tail.
shakes it off. Yeah. Yep. All right. I think that was all the held actions. So back to the top of the round. Tail.
Alrighty. So I go up to it and I take my rope and then I start tying it with my rope. I'm gonna tie its beak and then
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do all of this while it's thrashing, but I'd say we're just gonna consider this a grapple. So contested athletics.
20.
Jesus Christ. Why am I using the same dice? Oh my God. Okay. So you walk up to this thing and kind of throw the rope up over its neck, and the bottom swings out, and you grab it and pull the rope and kind of hold it down. And I'd say with how low it rolled, you're also able to like wrap the rope around. Well, it doesn't have like a beak because it's lion face.
Oh, yeah.
I know
yeah,
the
I forget
minis.
it's a lion
yeah.
face.
I was just thinking about that too, because I was like, oh, it's got a beak there. No, you wrap it around its neck, and you're holding it like you have the rope around it.
Alright.
Tries to pull away, and it's weak enough from the damage that's taken that it's just held in place by you.
Then I'll hold up my hand and say, "Hey friend, sorry my friends are attacking you, but don't worry, I will protect you." And then I'll just like cautiously pet it.
You okay?
for my hasted action, I pet it.
Make an animal handling check.
Fucking crit, dude.
Well, 16.
That's okay. Probably not enough,
bad.
but. Oh, fantastic.
You say this, and it's still kind of held while it's pulling the rope, and it eases for a second, and you reach up to pet it, and the head like goes over and bites at your hand, and you pull your hand back.
Okay, that's
Tail.
cool.
Tail.
Don't worry.
Is that your
That's
turn?
cool. Don't worry. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, Nyx.
How low to the ground is this guy?
They're both on the ground. these two in front of you guys.
Tail's got a rope around that one. I was gonna go for that one. Now I don't really want to kill your potential friend.
Yeah, I would very much appreciate that.
It's friends.
You can clearly see this one having jumped down and shot spikes at Nimue.
Yeah, but I won't be able to do any damage. Ooh, I wonder.
I'm just sorry, Tail. I'm clicking my boots together.
'Kay.
5, 10. Whatever. I get up in here.
Okay. I'd say you can both fit. It's, yeah.
Okay, and then
His-
I'll attack that guy.
Why?
Wow.
So Tail, as you're holding the rope on this Manticore, like trying to steady it, Nyx runs up next to you.
Really
Is that a
close.
natural 20?
No, it's
19.
Oh. Runs up as you're holding it, and she's just like, thanks! Stabs it.
Stop!
It stabs into like the shank, like the front shank of this Manticore.
I will control it. Watch me.
Why don't you try going for the slowed
Roll
one?
your damage, and then you have allies
That
nearby,
one's the
so that's
fucking
sneak attack.
alpha. Get the alpha.
Fine.
He's slow.
God damn, now we roll high would have been.
Okay, and a D4. It's really
Oh my god.
almost max damage on that.
Literally 2 off or 4 off from max damage.
Yeah, so that's it's 30 points of damage.
Holy shit.
He's got a.
God damn.
Shit, holy shit! I rolled 2
So
sixes.
she,
2
as you've got
free
the rope
fours.
up on it, she runs up and one knife goes into its like shank and pulls up through and slices across its throat, and you just watch this smattering of blood just spill out of its throat as it falls down limp
No.
against the rock.
Betty, no.
Bury the Manticore.
You guys
Rip.
are already friends?
we
Rip.
were
2020 to
friends,
2020.
But you killed my friend.
Anything else, Nyx?
Yeah, I'm going to. So I did what? What did I do? I was over here.
Yeah, you'd be like right next to Tail.
President, name
So I
it
clicked my
Monty.
boots together, so where was
Monty
I?
them.
Like right there.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Or E-Core.
I'm just gonna go in between these 2 trees.
Okay.
Igor.
Are you trying to hide
Igor
again?
the
Igor the
Manticore.
Or I guess you already used your bonus
yeah, I already
action.
used my bonus,
Yep.
so I'll just stay there.
That's that
Okay.
one's name.
Do it.
Can I see this guy from where I'm at?
Yeah, you kind of peek around the tree that you're at and see just through the crease of like between yours and where Seven's is the body of this one that's jumped down and making its way.
Okay. I sing to this Manticore. I say, Manta, you're a fool man, dead man, roaring in the sky, gonna take on this party today. You got kicked in your face, you big disgrace. Somebody better put you back into your place. Sing it, we will rock you. Yeah, we will rock you. And I'll cast Vicious Mockery on him.
All of a sudden, out of the air, there's this electric guitar solo. The Manticore stops. You cast Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a 13.
Fail. Takes 2d4. 7 necrotic damage. And it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Nice.
You're
Fucking
just,
support,
Poor
dude.
Manticores.
you're just wrecking everyone, man.
DeWitt steps out from behind the tree and sings this, and those of you, so like Nyx and Nimue, you can see it kind of making its way towards you, bounding, and as DeWitt sings this, it stops in its tracks and like shakes its head violently. All right, is that your turn, DeWitt?
Yeah.
All right, Nimue.
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. That's a different character. On the one that's like right there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a something throw.
It's a wisdom.
Yeah.
Why do I
what's
keep
it-
using the
it's a-
same dice? It's okay, it worked this time. That's a natural 19, so 22.
Okay, well, go fuck yourself.
Sorry.
Still takes half damage, though.
Oh, sorry, that's 20.
No, it's a cantrip.
No, it's a cantrip.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Oh, okay.
positive. It's a cantrip.
I was thinking about something else, I guess.
Are you thinking about the one that does double damage the next time?
Yeah, something
That's
like
her
No, that one does do. It does one. So it does 1d8 damage if they haven't been injured yet. But if they have, it does 1d12
Oh,
damage.
yeah, okay.
So all right, fine then. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon as my bonus action.
Well, if it succeeded on the save, does it still take? Doesn't it take the 1d8, or it's only if it
No,
fails?
it,
yeah,
if
yeah.
it saves, it doesn't take any damage. It's a cantrip.
Sparkly Christmas.
So I'm gonna
guy.
cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'm gonna fucking make this. I'm gonna make a sick chakram, a holy chakram, and I'm gonna whack him with it. That's a natural.
Can't you only
19.
cast it 20 feet from you?
I can cast it within like 30 feet or like 60.
Oh, it just can move 20 feet.
Yeah, it can just move 20 feet, but I can cast it further. 60 feet is
Okay.
the range when I cast it.
So again, those of you who can see it, watch this golden, like holy chakram appear in the air, very reminiscent of tails, and start spinning and just slice towards it.
I rolled a natural 19,
That hits.
and then what the fuck is the damage for that?
D8.
Yeah, it's a 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. 8 plus 5 plus 5.
4, 5, 4, 5. I smell the blood of an Manticore.
So
13 damage.
your holy chakram slices across like the back quarter of it, and you can see a nice crease open up and as like dark blood starts to spill into its fur. Still up, but that was a good hit.
I will just stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Just keep living my life. I'm just gonna like kind of like, hunker down with the
Roll
shield.
with the punches.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Kaya.
How far is it to the other one on the ground?
About 35, about 40 feet if you go
Yep.
around.
I'll run up to him. And punch him. That one's fun. Well, okay. One's a 13.
That misses.
The other's a 23.
That one hits.
Okay, so 4 piercing and 6 bludgeoning
Nice.
and flurry of blows.
Okay.
You know what, we're gonna try you. 16 to hit.
That hits.
She loves me so much.
Okay.
Makes me feel good.
7 bludgeoning and 4 piercing. And I want it to make a dexterity save of 14.
It's a fail.
It's knocked prone. So I get advantage on this next one.
You should put that on your resume. I punched the Manticore prone.
Owie.
Shit.
I mean, that's essentially like Nyx. You watch Kaya just dart up past you and up to the Manticore. Boom, 2 punches, and the third one uppercuts its face, and it like goes up and falls down to the ground. And she goes down to punch it as it's laying on the ground.
Jesus.
So that's a 25 to hit.
My God.
And then
This
George
Manticores
Foreman?
really bit off way more than they could chew.
Oh yeah.
They haven't bitten anything.
8,
Like literally only one attack has landed.
8 bludgeoning and 3 piercing.
As you punch down into it, you hear like a crack as the jaw like cracks from its normal position, is kind of hinged open. You've eliminated its ability to bite. It's looking bad. Like that gash on its side from the spiritual weapon is bleeding. Its face, even through the fur and like the mattedness, you can see like bruises and welts starting to form, and its eyes are starting to like, there's like bloodshot and they're bleeding themselves. It's looking real bad.
Bitch.
If it runs away, we should probably just let them go, eh?
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, 7.
All right. So I'm going to poke myself.
Poke yourself.
And then after I poke myself, I'm going to poke out of the tree here. And I'm going to shoot the downed Manticore. Well, wait, before I say that, though, as my bonus action, or before I do that, as my bonus action, I poke myself again. No.
Which Viagra did you take?
Has it been more than 4 hours?
We just woke
Been
up.
30 seconds.
Oh, perfect.
been
It's
8.
fine.
I cast
Or 12.
Viagra. It lasts up to 4
has
hours.
been
If I just keep concentrating. No. I'm going to pull my other longbow.
Oh,
And
is that what you call it?
it's not the schlongbow anymore. This is the longbow. But I say I speak with the command word Frelthen, and I shoot it with frosted arrows.
All right.
At advantage.
And you watch the ice kind of.
Oh yes, at advantage.
No, it's prone,
on
so
the-
you're
Strikes
you at
disadvantaged
disadvantage.
because you're ranged.
Yep.
Oh, you're right. I forget.
So
I
wouldn't
don't
it be
mind.
straight?
Oh, it has disadvantage on its attacks, not on. Like
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's not an advantage on attacks against.
Yeah. Do I still have a hasted action? How long
Yeah.
does that last? I can't remember.
Like
Minute.
a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
you
I crit.
But you have to take the lower.
Yeah, I know. Which is a 22.
That still hits.
Okay. That's the first attack.
Poor Manticore.
I crit again.
Oh my god.
The other one's a 19. So,
Big
so that's my lower one. I don't crit, but I have a 27.
Both hit.
All right, and here's the
It's a
hasted
really
action.
sad day, honestly.
Wow, I crit failed.
Feels bad, bud.
Okay.
The first 2 attacks hit, so let's do that.
Does he shoot Kaya or something?
Okay, as you're sitting there and you punch your fist into it this last time and pull your fist back, these 2 arrows streak past you and you watch the like ice-caked shafts of them pierce into the Manticore's face, spattering it with like ice shards. And a 3rd arrow flies dangerously close to you, and as it does, like shards of ice speckle onto your shoulder. You just take 1 point of cold damage, but it was a little too dangerously close of a shot.
It's a little titbit.
All right,
nipply.
22 piercing damage and 6 cold damage.
Yeah, so as the 2nd arrow pierces it, and the ice kind of it pierces right next to its eye, and you watch the shards of ice spatter and almost burst the eye that it lands next to, and it just doesn't move. It's dead down there.
We killing it.
All right.
Now if we're Slowy Boy.
It's gonna fire one more tail spike at Nimue. That's a miss. Oh wait, he can't move and attack.
You can move and attack.
Oh, it's just he can only do the one
Do
action.
an
Yeah.
action or a bonus action.
He's gonna turn and start. He goes
He
off.
only moved
He starts
half.
flying very slowly. You watch his
Yeah.
wings almost looking like he's having a struggled time flapping them, and like, and start to fly off.
Well, all right. Shall we move on?
Okay, so that was that.
You killed the Betty.
Poor
There's one
Barry
more.
and
Guys, try to
Monty.
pursue, or do you just let it go?
I think
I let it go.
I'm gonna let it go.
I dimension door twice and catch up to it.
Then I thunderstep to him.
I use all 100.
I mean, how far away is he?
I mean, he's flying slow. He's only making it about like 15 feet. Oh, he didn't save at the end of his turn. Jesus Christ. Making it real slow.
This
We're all
kind of
just, like,
balances
watching
out our
him,
last
like-
fight, though. Not the twig guy, but the
Oh, the fucking
Diamond Hills.
Yeah, the
It
diamond.
went very poorly, so
yeah.
kind of nice. that
Yeah,
it
a
went
little
right.
bit of a change.
Okay, well,
the table space back.
I make full. Barry won't go to waste, and I start taking his
I want
parts.
to investigate the spikes, the like 6 that it got shot at me, and see if they are like salvageable, or if they're like poisonous or anything
Yeah, I
like
want
that.
to take some spikes from Barry.
I'd like a spike. Maybe I
But let me make sure they're not poisonous first.
Do you want me to check?
Well, you don't want to like just grab it. Well, I mean, just let me. Okay, I'm right here.
Make a nature check.
Okay, I'm not very good at those.
I'm good at those.
Oh shit. Well, that's a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was right here, and I wanted one.
A 3?
Yeah.
You're not quite sure. I mean, it looks like a natural growth as opposed to like, an unnatural weapon of any type, but you can't, like, the outside doesn't seem to be poison, not that you can see.
Is it barbed?
No, it's more, I mean, it's rough. It's not like smooth, but it's not barbed.
Okay.
It's just like a spike.
Okay. I'll take the ones that were shot at me and put them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
I don't know how many that was. It was like 6. lot.
There's one in the tree, one bounced off your shield. The other 2 kind of, I mean, you'd have to go try and find them if you would like. The only one that you can see is in the tree next to you.
All right,
You
I'll
can-
take that one.
Okay. Make a strength check to pull it out of the tree.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not good at those.
I mean, this was
3.
flung with quite an amount of force. You like go to pull it and it's lodged in there.
I'm gonna take Barry's tail, and then I'm gonna take his
You can go
mane.
scavenge for the other ones.
And what type of wings do they have again?
How long are we going to be here, Tail?
Forever.
Really quick. I'm hasted.
Master Butcher, all of a sudden, Iron Chef over here.
Iron Butcher.
Yeah.
I'll help with my spiritual weapon and just kind of like fucking.
They look like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally want the tail, and I want some of its.
about that page for
How did they fly?
Very different.
It's like, wow, that's kind of disappointing.
Manticore gets you. And you go,
yeah.
You can make a medicine check to try and harvest the tail, and you're wanting to like skin its hide.
Its mane.
Oh, just its mane?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. So 2 separate medicine checks. The mane's going to be a little bit more difficult as there's like
I'll
spikes
guidance you for
protruding
the.
from its
I'll walk
face.
over and guidance you for the main.
Are you doing some?
Oh shit. That's a loose die over there.
That's a loose die.
we got a runner.
I guidanced you. Yeah.
It's still kicking.
Okay, so for the mane, you said nature or what check? Medicine.
Medicine.
Oh,
I guess
right.
those tail spikes are barbed. It's the rest of its spikes. They're not.
14 for the mane, and 10 for the tail.
14 for the mane, 10 for the tail. So for the mane, you start trying to cut, and there's so many barbed spikes sticking out of its, or just spikes sticking out of its face. You're able to cut like little patches of the mane off, but there's no way you're getting like the full mane. Like you get a couple of patches. The rest of it are just like little shards and shreds.
That's fine.
With all the spikes. The tail, a bit more difficult. You start kind of hacking, and when you get in there, the bone structure that leads to the butt of this creature itself is like so thick that you have a really hard time getting through it, and it's going to take you a lot longer to get the tail off. If you want to spend time doing that, you can, but it doesn't work in the time that you spend.
Can someone help me take off this tail?
Nobody's really got any. I guess I have a short sword in the fucking.
Yeah.
Just pulls out a short sword. Starts hacking at it.
Well,
I can help.
I'm not gonna be the
Okay.
one wielding it. Here's a pretty short sword that you can use to hack.
Thank you,
that.
Kaya.
Now you're
Okay.
cursed.
I literally just have pretty short sword written in the bag of holding.
Oh, is it like the intricate one? I think it was one of the ones you found in the Underdark
I
that
think
was
it
on
is.
the wrapped corpses. It's just like a decorative short sword.
Yeah, it was very decorative. So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's
I'll
not
help
special.
you.
Oh, thank you.
On the audio.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're trying to assist Tail?
Yeah.
All right. Either you can roll another medicine check or Kaya can roll. Well, roll a strength check first just to see how much like force you can put behind this blow.
Guidance.
14?
Not
A
bad.
14? Okay, so you can roll another. As she starts hacking into the bone and it's
Guidance.
cutting, chipping. God damn it.
I guidance you.
It's not gonna matter.
Does not matter.
No.
Uh, 7.
Kaya starts hacking away and chipping off like shards of bone, but it's still a process that's going to take probably, like at least an hour or 2 more to
Sorry,
complete.
Barry. I
For
blame
mutilating your body.
Nix. Then I walk away.
Wait, were you just going to kill? You just wanted to kill him yourself?
No, he was going to be my friend.
I don't think that was going to happen.
Oh, it was going to happen, Nick.
Well, I'm sorry that.
Friends are inevitable.
Thanos?
My friendship is inevitable.
Snap. Taylor gets the glove and snaps, and everybody in the universe is his friend.
My friendship is inevitable.
Except to Kaya.
Shade.
Hilarious.
Sad day.
In the future, I'm like pretty good at doing that kind of stuff, so
Oh, okay.
I can do that for you.
Okay, I will remember that for next time. There will always be next time.
That's true.
Yeah, that one Manticore got away.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll probably be back.
Oh.
Slowly, but he'll be back.
Oh, guys, that was like our shortest combat ever.
Yeah, I know.
I really think it was.
Everything
That was
went right.
like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Manticores are only CR3. It was an easy encounter. It
Yeah.
wasn't meant to be deadly. I just thought it was funny that you guys were so worried about
No, that's why I
manticores.
said it. Good thing it's Manticores and not
Chimeras.
chimeras or dragons.
Dragons.
Yeah, I rolled low on that table.
We have
Well,
a
that's
big
good.
fight coming.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to spend it.
Depends on what you guys do.
I'm using my pearl to regain that spell slot.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys regather yourselves and
Is this
What
the
would you like to
beginning
do?
of the day? I forget. What
yeah, this is
Yeah.
pretty early on. You guys traveled not very far down this ravine, like probably not even an hour in when Kai decided to fly up and check and
Hey, Nix,
Yeah.
can I read through that book about monsters?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna be looking at and scouting out for friendly monsters that I can potentially friend.
Nix,
make an investigation check.
I have a question for you. That spell that allows you to... No, I'm not going to get into it.
Son of a bitch.
That spell
18.
allows you to talk to
Okay.
animals. Yeah? Can you cast it on other people or just yourself?
Ooh, no, I haven't tried.
You can only cast Speak with Animals on yourself.
I think.
It only affects
Here, no. Here, let me try. And I'm gonna put my hand on Nimwe's shoulder, and I'll cast Speak with Animals. Now try to talk to Flicker.
Yeah, it's
I-
a self cast.
Hi, Flicker. It didn't work.
Oh, Flicker
You hear
said
Flicker
hi,
say
Nimue.
hi, Nimue.
See, she really does speak of animals.
So it like kind of worked.
Yeah, I guess I have to do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Translator.
Yeah. I was just
But
thinking
if
that
you know you want me to ask Flicker anything, now is the time.
I mean, that's,
Or any time, really. I can cast it.
Ask her what's the new Flicker bat.
Hey, what's new, Flicker Bat?
too bright.
She said,
Son.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
You can see her like trying to bury her face more into your cloak.
Oh yeah, I'll like cover, put her away. She said that she doesn't like the sun, so she wants to go to bed now.
All right, sounds good. It was more because, I have really good animal handling, so I was thinking that would be probably pretty good for like the next leg of the journey. But I can't talk to animals, so
Do you guys continue on down this ravine?
I think we have to.
So it's not too long, maybe about 20, 30 minutes before you come to what looks like the exit of this as the cliff sides start to get lower and lower and open up. And as you exit out, you emerge and find yourselves in this canyon that stretches on, and there's like these sheer cliff walls with these jagged climbs and cliffs. Yeah, it extends off of both sides. Like you're basically in this large canyon with these sheer walls in front of you and to the sides, other than the exit through this ravine that you'd come through.
Did I find anything in my investigation of this book?
Reading through, just kind of flipping through on this 20, 30 minutes that you guys walk this way, you kind of get the feeling that most of the creatures in here don't really possess a high enough intelligence to like decipher between like prey and try to befriend. The closest thing that probably would have is a manticore.
Son of a
as
bitch.
sometimes they've been known to be reasoned with to let you live in exchange for like giving them another source of food or eliminating one of their rivals. But the other creatures in here aren't very
Does it say what
wise or
rivals they
intelligent.
are?
They've been known
sorry.
to dislike chimera, wyverns, other things that like threaten their territory and their sources of food, essentially.
Cool.
Maybe we should have talked to them.
They didn't try to talk to us before they started attacking.
I'm pretty sure we attacked first.
Oh god damn it! I don't have my wyvern.
No,
bow
none of us
anymore.
actually attacked first. It was the other one that attacked first.
He attacked first.
Well, I was casting spells at
7 shot first.
I didn't shoot first.
That Manticore attacked Kaya first. That was the first blow dealt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They really did
Oh,
attack
you're
us
right.
first.
They're
okay?
not
Right.
like known to start an encounter by reasoning. They're out for food. They've just been known. There's been, evidence that they can be reasoned with to save your lives. As long as you have another way of providing them with what they desire.
Fair.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah. So you find yourselves in this canyon. Everyone make perception checks for me.
Great. I'm gonna guidance myself.
Damn.
Good thing
killing
I did,
it,
'cause that was
dude.
garbage.
Yeah.
22 for me.
16.
19. Did I?
17.
Team.
get the highest perception?
You did.
You did.
Right. You grew to lions.
All of you step out and kind of look in this canyon itself, and you can see it almost looks like an ancient bed for like a river or something, some massive river that might have flowed here, as it kind of curves and bends, and you can see it curve around a corner to each side. Not immediate, like maybe a mile or two away on both sides. You can see the canyon curve. Nyx, up around the right-hand curve, you can hear the faint sounds of like crashing, like rock almost, like just kind of echo around that end.
Would I be able to determine like how far off, or would the echo kind of?
No, you just barely can hear it kind of
Okay.
echo along the canyons.
Do you guys hear that?
Oh, here, what?
It sounds like there's just noise coming up ahead.
Like,
What
like
type
directly
of
ahead of us,
noise?
or was it like to the?
To the right.
Okay.
In front of you is just cliff wall, like probably 150, 200 feet straight ahead of you. It's like the other side of this cliff wall.
Do
that
we know
just
where we
curves.
need to go next? On like the map.
You pull out the map and look, and you can assume about where you are is that place on the map where there's like that little almost doorway or passageway that seems to lead underneath.
Oh, so we need to find a cave.
Oh, Sevan, you know how you can search for shelter? Maybe one of those shelters is the cave.
Well, I guess I can try to find a cave.
If we go to the right, we need to be very quiet, though.
Okay.
Up there.
We're all very
I'll try and-
stealthy.
I'm clinking in my heavy armor.
I'll just try to keep an eye on that direction to see if anything's happening.
Okay, are you all moving?
Well, I don't
That
know
direction?
what we're all
So first I wanna send out my spirits, and see if they can find a suitable shelter within that range. to see-
What's your
or-
range again?
It's 120 feet.
120 feet. Okay, you watch these kind of little sprites like appear and then scatter off away from Seven. And they come back and nothing within 120 feet.
Okay. Then in that case, I want to. Can I do like a survival check to see if there have been footprints
Sure.
Cool.
And you can see
or
this
like
definitely.
any type of track
Yeah.
too?
This definitely looks like an ancient riverbed. I mean, there's like stones that are scattered along the ground itself. Some of them are not polished, but look like worn by liquid. There's sand that like lines the ground itself more so than any dirt or earth.
Can I tell how long ago this might have dried out?
I definitely did not get
Can I
that.
tell how long ago this might have dried out?
Can try and make a nature check.
Or if
It's
there's like
pretty-
water underneath?
Can try and make a nature check.
I only got an 8.
An 8? Yeah, it's there's sand, but a lot of it is again kind of like a scattering of boulders, not like the rock slide that you guys like climbed up to get into the mountain range itself, but there's enough that it's kind of hard to pick up if there's any tracks or anything. You find like small game tracks that walk through, but
I could not find anything.
Guidance.
Oh,
Oh shit, 18.
18. You're not
I mean,
sure,
I'm sure it's
but
a high
it's
DC,
it's
but,
been
like-
a while. This doesn't look to be like recent dry out.
Okay.
Like emphasis on like an ancient riverbed.
Cool.
So there's supposed to be like a doorway here.
Well, according to this map, it says that we're supposed to like, the way that it looks like it might be like going through the mountains or something. Like, cause it's
Like
like, a doorway
going
on one side of
under?
like a
So it's like
mountain
a
or
sheer-
something.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's like a very sloppy hand-drawn sketch, but like at this leg of the journey, there's like the mountains, and then there's like a little, almost like drawn doorway, and then another doorway on the other side of the mountain range that's like in front of you. So it doesn't like pinpoint exactly where, it
looks-
just gives you an idea that,
There's like a sheer cliff face in front of us.
yeah, directly in front of you.
Can I investigate it for any kind of like hidden doorway?
Sure.
That's a 21.
21. You go up to the cliff face and just in front of you and start looking around, and there's nothing that stands out as being like a lever or like something that would denote like a hidden door. However, you do find, just going down the wall a little ways, there's one spot that seems to have like some carvings on it, like very finely, intricately detailed carvings into the stone itself. They're very artistic. They depict like humanoid figures hunting a pack of animals in this riverbed, but these humanoid creatures are way taller than like deer, things like that. You can
Having-
assume that maybe these are the giants that you read about in the book.
Guys, look at this.
Oh, yeah?
How old do you think this is?
How old do we think this is?
Make a history check.
Okay. I'm gonna guidance myself, and I'm a proficient in history. Hell yeah.
Can I determine what the depiction, if I can like gather any information about these like petroglyphs?
Like what information are you trying to glean from it?
Like whatever, like, you know, if there's like some kind of significance that might help us going forward, or like if it's if it tells a story that might have like some, I don't know.
This is a pretty simple, though intricate and very well done, a very simple drawing. Just looks like a hunting party almost.
cool.
There are some runes, if anybody speaks giant.
Oh no. No.
Are you fucking joking?
I
my
want
ass?
to copy the runes though.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I
I
make a
rolled an
note of
11
that.
on my history check.
You what?
I rolled an 11 on my history check.
Again, you can't really determine the exact age of it, but a lot less. I mean, it's a lot newer than this lake bed, and it depicts them hunting within the riverbed itself.
So the
It's-
time that it dried out would have been
It's
older
not-
than this drawing.
Yeah.
Okay.
The drawing, I mean, just looking into the carving, like the edges that are carved in and stuff, it doesn't seem, like yesterday. Might not have been a year ago or 10 years ago, but it's like it's not terribly old.
Makes sense. And can we tell what kind of giants? Because we've encountered several kinds of giants, or know that there's different kinds, right? Do we? We've encountered the one type at least.
You've never encountered them. You found,
we found their
what appeared to be
bones.
like a sky giant fort, essentially, at one point, and their bones, but without having really had any other encounters with giants, you're not sure.
Oh,
They don't really. The drawings themselves are more reminiscent of like hieroglyphics, where they're like humanoid figures, but you can't really tell much else
Fair.
from them.
Fair. And is the runes and like the hieroglyphics in like the shape of a doorway, or is it just like kind of just on the cliff face?
They're almost like underneath, like a description of what this depicts. Almost like not a title, but like describing something, or like almost like a label underneath the drawing itself.
Okay. And there's nothing around this to denote like a door or something?
No.
That rock sound, the sound of like rocks and stuff that you heard might be giants. Because there's
think
giants in this drawing. And there's big, loud, scary noise.
Yeah, I would like to avoid that if
Agreed.
possible. But I don't know. I mean, I don't understand where.
Oh, maybe they can lead us to the door.
Giants tend to not be very agreeable. At least from what I've heard.
Yeah, but maybe we could persuade them or something, challenge
Yeah,
them
I
to
can
something,
talk to them.
That
something.
is a bit of a risk.
Here, I have
'Cause if
these.
we have to fight
And I
them.
pull out a giant rib and I can be like, oh,
We can trick them into believing that we have slayed their companions.
No, we
Or-
don't. They'll just attack us.
Are the giants friends with other giants?
I don't think so.
Oh, so
Are
we can
those-
be like, oh, we slayed this type of giant, and so that means we are friend of your type of giant.
You would know that giants are a rare sight in the world like these days. They're not non-existent. They have been run into. Hill giants are a little bit, more. You find those a lot, like out in the wild. So there's stories of hill giants, but the other kinds of giants, it's known that they existed. Obviously, you guys saw the sky giant for it, but they haven't really been. They're not seen often. So there's not a lot of information out there.
Well, let's go check out that noise, and then
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out,
Then we
Then
come
we
back
leave.
looking
here.
for that doorway
yeah.
or cave entrance or whatever. Okay.
Do you guys want to go do that?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Well, might
Yeah,
as well.
let's stealth.
Yeah, let's be stealthy.
All right, I'll cast Pass Without Trace too.
Okay, make your stealth checks.
I'm gonna guidance myself for my stealth check. Good thing I did, because that was absolutely garbage.
Is that? It just looks cocked from this direction.
30.
17.
30.
16.
33.
Okay, okay.
27.
Okay. So
We're
you guys
bad.
start making your way, traveling through this ancient riverbed. It takes you. It's like a couple miles to get to the bend of this riverbed, and the closer you get to it, you can hear now louder and louder the echoing on the canyon walls of like stone cracking. And when you get right around to the bend of the wall, you can hear faint like grunts and voices. Too far off to decipher what the language is, but they seem kind of low pitched. Do you guys want to go around the bend?
Does it sound like it's coming from up the wall, or
It sounds like it's coming from. I mean, it's hard to tell directionally because of the sounds
Yeah.
almost bouncing down the cliff walls, but it sounds like it's coming from around the bend, not immediately.
Just around the river bend.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go check it out.
Yeah, very stealthy.
Okay. So you make your way around there and find a good spot. You can see around there. You can see figures up ahead, probably half a mile, 3/4 of a mile ahead of you, like a grouping of figures. You try to get as close as possible. Make perception checks. As you guys find like a good spot that leaves you in pretty good cover. And you peer over this larger boulder that you're kind of hunkered behind.
16.
12.
21.
17.
16.
19.
Okay. So as you guys do this, all of you can see there appears to be a group of these taller giant figures that are currently engaged in combat with these massive like lizard-like creatures that have this blue scaly skin that almost looks like tracks of electricity like run within just under the surface. And you can see one of them kind of rear up and this bolt of electricity shoot out of its mouth and tears through two of the giants. And they fall down. The other two you can see, or at this point, there's probably 5 left. And some of them pick up large boulders and start hucking them at these two. There's 2 of the lizard creatures. And they seem to be locked in some fight. Kaya, as you see this and you kind of scan the area, you can see just off to the left of them is what looks like a doorway, like a cave entrance.
We should go help them kill the lizards, and maybe they'll be cool with us.
Okay.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. Then
Do you really want to do that?
Yes.
It's just a recommendation. I don't know.
Why wait?
Over there. Or we could just sneak right into the cave.
I think that's probably a better.
But if we
Yeah.
sneak into cave and we find more of them, it'd be nice if we had friends with them.
That is a huge gamble, though.
But we can probably run away.
Well, if anything,
I think let's maybe try to get there quietly and get Bartholomew out because it's not. I mean,
I don't think we're anywhere close to Bartholomew yet.
No, we
Exactly.
Have quite a ways to go.
You'd assume
Why
just from the
don't-
map you've probably got at this point probably like another day and a half's or a day and 3/4 travel to get
If it
to.
goes poorly and
Listen, we got to take
Then we
risks.
kill
to get
them
there.
all.
Yeah, I mean,
We knew that this
What?
was going to be full of risks,
Yeah.
but is it worth trying to make friends with the giants? Because if we help them kill these lizards now, we have a much better chance of becoming friends with them, other than going into their cave system and potentially running into them and not having any.
I think we should
bearing
help
on
them
it.
right now.
Yeah, I
And as
go.
you're talking, you watch another one of the giants get picked up on the jaws of this lizard, and you watch the force of its jaws like crack and snap its neck as it drops the corpse. And there are 4 giants left fighting these.
I'm going to go help them.
okay.
I'm gonna go help. Yeah.
Wait, they're that How big are these lizards?
Wait, giants?
They're
compared-
big. They're like giant-sized lizards, like
I-
almost bigger than the giants.
How close are the giants to us right now?
They're
What am I supposed to?
as you so
You
from the
punch it.
vantage point that you're at right now, they're probably like 250 feet from you.
How
250 feet.
how many lizards were
Far
there?
away.
2.
2 lizards. Okay, there's 2 lizards and 4 giants. Like,
Okay.
and then the 6 of us. We'll be fine.
We can kill them all.
No, I don't think we can do that.
One each. Take your pick.
Let's go.
I'm gonna haste me and Nyx. again.
Okay.
I was. Oh,
Damn it.
And then as we get up to them, I'll cast slow on them, on the 2 lizards.
Okay. Well, so you guys make out. You break from the rock and start to haul your way towards this battle that's going on. And as you get closer, you can hear the sounds of like the snapping, crunching as giants are throwing these rocks, and a couple of them hit the lizards themselves. The lizards seem to not take too much effect, and you get up to these giants, and we're gonna take our break and come back to it right
Oh.
after that. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. So, what?
I was anticipating lively music that we always. Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, we're
Nope.
about to fight shit.
So, as you guys approach this, you're literally, you can see them in the middle of this riverbed fighting. There's a smattering of boulders around and larger rocks. That's what these tokens are going to denote this time. And getting as close as you are, you can see the giants themselves look haggard and like beaten, kind of hanging on by a thread at this point. So, initiative rolls, please, everybody. Again.
Here we
Combat
go.
heavy episode.
Oh, okay.
Balls. Damn it.
Hey, same one.
Sorry.
All right,
This was such a smart snack.
Nimue,
Oh, 8.
because I have you all in a line that is already set. Tail.
20 again.
Jesus, 7.
14.
Nice. Nyx.
10.
DeWitt.
18.
Nice. Kaya.
17.
Nice.
Man, I have advantage on initiative rolls and I still rolled low.
That one tastes like a banana.
I'm usually last, so this is a nice change of pace.
I'm usually first or up
It's a
there.
berry fruit steak,
Damn.
but it tastes like a banana.
That sucks. Okay.
I think
All
the
right.
taste buds are wrong there, bud.
So,
Yeah, bud.
top of the initiative round, Tail, you're up as you and Nyx hasted.
No. I'm gonna move myself before you put the ring on.
No.
How far did we travel from the original or the last combat?
Not that far.
Not that far.
You guys probably traveled
An
like
hour, I think.
an hour,
I'd say.
close to 2 maybe.
It's just been a little bit of time.
Yeah. All right. So you run up and you can see kind of a weird sidelong look down as these giants that are, like 9 feet tall glance down at you running up to this lizard that also looks in your direction and looks at the 3 enemies now in front of it.
I look up at them and I say, "Don't worry, we will help you." And then,
Just glance at each other.
And then they all start attacking us.
then I'm going to attack the lizard. Just get. Bop.
Let's put aside our differences and stomp
Natural
these
one.
midgets.
I'm so good.
Jesus. I don't really know what to flavor this one as, so we're just gonna say you miss this one, and like your blade comes down and scatters on one of the rocks at the base, and some sparks fly out towards the creature.
Smite
But it's not flammable, so it doesn't light on fire.
Then does the one to the left of me look a little injured?
But like
They
all
do-
four
they
of
all-
these remaining giants are looking haggard.
And I'm gonna use my
They're all
hasted
pretty beat.
action to use a health potion on him.
Okay.
How do you just give it to him? Are you like feeding?
I climb up him and I.
I don't think that's how it works.
How tall are you?
I'm
six something,
6'2".
right?
Yeah.
You technically should be able to get near his like
You sit
mouth.
on your tippy toes. If he bends down a little bit, like,
Hey, I know we don't know each other, but drink this.
Because like just by reaching up, you should get past 8 feet.
jeez.
If you're 6, yeah, you should have
Well, isn't
Or
like
almost.
your wingspan supposed to be like the same as like your height
about.
or something?
Most people have a bit longer by like I don't know. Mine's longer by like my wingspan is 5 or 4 inches longer than my height.
Damn, you got some long ass.
I got long ass arms.
What a long
Okay.
boy on it.
Sorry. So you hand him a healing potion.
Yeah, use my action to use a healing potion on him.
Okay. Kind of looks down, reaches, and grabs it.
I'm gonna imitate like drinking. And
He's gonna have to use his action to do so.
even though I use my action to use object on him.
Well, you can't use it on him because you'd have to like use 9 feet
Son of a
tall.
bitch. Does that cast?
Okay.
Into his mouth.
Can you dunk?
You motion it and kind of hold it out towards him, and he crouches down, and you like pour the potion in his mouth. Go ahead, roll
Are you
it.
decently athletic?
We're gonna
You could dunk at that height.
can
yeah, I can
dunk
dunk
it.
this health potion.
Okay, roll your heals.
A hoop is
It's
10 feet.
1d4, right?
2d4 plus 4.
I thought it was 2d4 plus 2.
Plus 2, sorry.
6 health.
Nice.
Then I use my bonus action to summon Valley on
It
top of the
subtracts
lizard
itself.
and attack.
Okay.
Natural 2.
Better than your natural 1.
God damn it, Valley.
Valley will be
Valley's
this
better
red
than you.
triangle.
Wait, where's Valley? I made a Valley.
Oh, that's right. Where is Valley?
I made you a Valley.
Warm up.
Yeah, you gotta warm up.
Anyways,
these
let's
dice
thank
rolls.
Oscar Styles.
Yeah, always. Dope music, dope times,
Adam.
dope people.
Hire
There he
me
is.
to make minis. They're all gonna look exactly like that, but hire me.
No one knows what it looks like.
It looks like garbage, and we'll post it on the Instagram.
Yeah. I'll take a picture.
Okay.
I'll post it.
Support
to
my
Insta.
Patreon.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Follow
Do
us
it.
at Crit Seekers on Instagram.
All right, I'm gonna cast slow on this big
I
boy,
thought you were gonna sing.
and then
You had
I
your
will
song-
sing
okay.
after.
It's like you had songbook out. Okay, slow on that big boy. That one. Okay.
Boy.
It's a wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay. Fail. Do it. Fail. 17.
That's a failure.
It's not.
I know.
I'm a failure.
I forgot
Okay,
to change.
and then I will sing to these giants. Now greetings to the battle, voice of the one big DeWitt alongside 7. Demfanu! Hui! Ow! We mash up the place, slap on the drum, and they'll all be stunned. We ablaze the fire, make it burn. Damn, we tear up the place and melt your face and make some lizard boy run. DeWitt ablaze the fire, make it burn. Damn.
Reverberates off the cliffside wall.
The stone giants start
Stones
falling
fall.
apart due to the insane
Okay.
vibrations.
And I'll give it to these 3. It's a mantle of inspiration, so they all get 8 health.
Temporary hit points.
8 temporary hit points.
Know how you
and-
spent your break.
Yeah.
Guys, hold up. I gotta write a song.
8 temporary hit points and
And they can move if they want without provoking
right.
opportunity attacks.
just that little bit seems to. They kind of straighten up, feeling a little bit better. take a defensive stance. All right. Kaya.
Okay. Okay, doing it.
You're running up to that one.
Yep, double dashing.
Okay.
Okay. Double dip.
In the end.
Double dash.
Coffee.
Bonus action, patient.
All right. Very nice. Can I?
Doesn't say.
You just get right up in this guy's face and be like,
Hey Mace, do you know if how long the temporary hit points from Mantle of Inspiration lasts?
is it until they get used?
I
Like,
think
do we
so.
technically still have it from last encounter?
It doesn't say anything about the temporary hit. It just
No.
says they gain 8 temporary
Yeah.
hit points.
Probably until they take like a
I think
rest.
probably until the combat
Okay.
finishes.
I was just curious, like if I
Honestly, yeah,
like I'm totally okay with that. I just honestly didn't know. So
yeah. I think the temporary being
no, that's fair. I like that.
It probably lasts like a minute. You know, like the time for that combat to go through.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right, Kaya. Anything else? Just taking patient defense. Mm-hmm. So Kaya books it past all these giants. You run up and see this massive, giant-sized blue lizard with almost like you and Tail. You both can see like there. It looks like electricity coursing through its veins. There's little moments where like its skin pulses and glows in little streams as the electricity
This is gonna
arcs
be
through.
really useful for my weapon.
And
My
now it's
new
their
weapon.
turn.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. It's fine. Just punch.
Yeah. All right. I would say Tail's the one that was trying to attack it. So Tail, it's going to attempt to bite and then constrict you.
That's gonna miss.
So it's bite. That's a 12 to hit.
Misses.
So it kind of tries to bite down on you, misses, and then its tail goes to wrap around you, and that is a 21 to hit.
I cast shield.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure if it was something that would work. But yeah, so its tail, you can see as it's got, like mini legs underneath it, the rear end of it swings around and goes to wrap around you. And in that moment, you throw up your hand and that like invisible arcane shield wraps around you and the tail wraps around, but around the shield itself. And as you can see the muscles on its tail start to tense around you, but it doesn't crush you. It like the shield seems to hold it up.
Cool.
All right, the second one. It's going to.
Thought about helping. And then I didn't. I'm sorry.
Just watch them struggle.
It runs around this rock, and you can see it pull back and like open its mouth, and this electricity gathers, and this stream of electricity shoots out. And I need DeWitt, 7, Nyx, and this giant to make dexterity saving throws.
You have advantage on that, Danny. Oh, thank God. Oh.
I do have a lot of.
Save. Oh yes,
It's a
plus his dex
15.
saves. Cool. Whoops.
Oh wait, I don't have Slayer's Prayer on that.
Damn it. That's an 11. Giant fails. You said a 15, Nyx?
Yeah.
That fails by 1.
I got an 11.
11, that fails. Do it.
17.
17. That succeeds just barely. Oh god. I don't have this many dice.
Need some?
I'm
Need something.
Need something. Must be the wind.
No, I'm gonna.
Use a dice roller.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's not cool. You know what, Mason? You don't have that many dice. You don't have to roll them all then.
It's worth the risk, Danny.
This is a big fucking risk, dude. This is one hit. He doesn't have enough dice.
They're all D6s.
D4s.
They're all
So
D4s.
as this beam of electric
50
energy
D4s.
shoots out and strikes straight ahead of you, those of you who failed to roll take 68 points of lightning damage.
God.
So I
Can it be fire?
No. So
was it that
you
was in the roll?
evade, take half of that. So that would be 34. DeWitt, you take 34. So 68 points of lightning damage. The giant takes 68 points of lightning damage. He's number
I'm still up.
1.
Barely. Holy shit.
And you watch the giant, like,
take this
almost
thing out quick.
vaporize. Like, that was just, like, basically all the health that he had left.
Hey, Sam.
You vaporize?
Not quite.
That's like,
But goddamn, I'm pretty fucking cooked.
Little
Do you like
toasted
your,
rose
do you like
chicken
your
right
bird
there.
a little bit on the medium rare side? Because I'm pretty much there.
there you go.
At least you're already black, so it hides the singed marks.
that was 12d10 damage.
Jesus.
Hey,
12d10.
hey, stop.
All right, 7, you're up. As you feel this, like, beam of electricity strike you and course through your body, and there's a moment where you're like,
Alright, just
You
SpongeBob
can-
meme out of this.
Nix and
I'm
DeWitt, you
out.
can see, Nix, you can smell the, like, burnt feathers, and just glancing over your shoulder, 7's, like, smoking from the electricity. There's, like, the tips of some of his feathers are still, like, the embers you can see lit, almost.
Rude. Alright.
At least it's a recharge ability, and he did not recharge it, so.
I'm gonna move.
These you have to recharge next turn, like hyper beam.
Well, I'm gonna move
he
behind
has to
that
roll.
relatively, but I'm gonna poke out to at least fire at the one who attacked me.
Yeah, these rocks are all big enough that they'll give you half cover.
Okay.
The 2 that are actual rocks are like 3/4 cover boulders.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna attack the one that attacked me.
Okay. Make your
I
roll.
wish I were hasted. Oh, but as bonus action first, I will speak. Because I don't know how long that lasts.
It would have gone away, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it says how long, but alright. I speak the command word Frelton, and I will attack him with my longbow.
All right. The ice coats the string and like travels onto your armor a little bit, coating you in like a layer of
wait.
frost.
Never mind. 23 for both attacks.
Both hit.
Hell yeah.
Wait.
Did you go down? Did you have to do that?
Yeah, I only took half damage though.
I'm still half health.
Oh, okay. Nobody went down.
Just the giant.
Okay.
He's not dead,
18
though, right?
piercing
Yeah.
damage.
Did you
Oh,
include
it went over his max?
Oh no.
Did you include his temporary?
Yes. He had with the temporary 60 points left.
Poor guy.
Alright, 18 piercing damage and 3 cold damage.
Nice.
And that will be my turn.
2 arrows strike this creature as it like lands back the half of its front body on the ground from the bolt, and it takes the shots, and its eyes kind of narrow over the corpse of the dead giant towards you. Like, you shouldn't have survived that. I underestimated you.
You won't survive the next one.
Oh,
Nix.
no, I definitely won't. I'm definitely only in single digits.
Nix.
But I survived.
Okay. Would the giants count as allies?
I'd
mean, I
say
know they're
in
not
this
in range
instance,
right now, but,
yes. So far, they have not made hostile actions towards you, and they are seemingly accepting of your help. As when Tail and Kaya ran up, they took that opportunity to kind of back away, and I think they would, at this moment, are considered allies.
Okay, I will bonus action put my boots together. So 5.
Didn't you try to use your boots?
No,
They're
she
good
was
for 10
hasted.
minutes. Every time I get it, I would have unclicked them.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
I
good for
see.
10
so
minutes
you
per
can
day.
use it like incrementally. You don't have to use all 10.
Right.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
All
right.
Oh, that's way nice.
Can I use, since I have 2 actions, can I use an action to hide? Normally that would be a bonus action, but since I'm hasted, could I use one of my actions to hide?
Yeah.
Haste
Yes.
does include that.
Okay, and then I will use my bow to fire a shot.
So make your stealth check first.
Fuck me. I mean, it's a natural 20. So that's
Oh, okay.
a 31. I'm just like, why couldn't I have that on
Yeah.
the attack? But maybe I will.
Maybe,
That's fair.
yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, they don't
I
seem to
believe it.
notice you.
Do I get advantage? I'm hidden?
Yeah, you would.
Ooh.
So that is 17 plus 8.
Yeah, that hits.
'Kay,
Roll with sneak attack, and you're shooting this one.
Yeah. Whichever one. That's the one 7 shot, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's take one out. You only have to deal with one.
This one. So, right, I said 16, so 18 plus 5, so 23 points of piercing.
Nice. Very nice. As your arrow streaks past this giant, you can see. I forgot to mention that this giant is a bit different. These ones you can see kind of all holding
Which giant?
clubs or picking up like rocks and things. This one right here.
Oh, okay.
This one is holding a staff and seems like it's got. They all have really simple clothes, but this one almost has like a robe on essentially, and all these different trinkets and things as part of its body. Yeah.
Some sort of spellcaster here for sure. Dope.
But yeah, as your arrow flies like right past the giant, it strikes into the one of the eyes of the Bahir, and it kind of like reels back. Not happy about that, but still not looking very hurt. Nimue.
So first, I'm gonna run up to 7,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast Death Ward on him.
Ooh,
Cool.
yay. What does that do again?
It means that the next time that you drop below 0 HP, you'll come back up with 1.
Nice.
So hopefully, if he hits you with that thing again, you don't go down.
Hopefully it doesn't go over your hit point max.
That too.
If it does that,
Take
that would be
potion,
really
maybe.
bad. Yeah, definitely drink a potion.
What's that?
Do you have a potion?
Everyone has
Oh, of
potions.
course I
Everyone's
do.
got potions, right? Okay.
I'm a potion factory.
Right, I have 3 in my. I have
But
3
that would
regular
mean
ones
not
later.
shooting.
Yeah.
And then I will, from there, move the rest of my movement towards the battle. I don't know how much more I have.
You used all your movement to get to 7.
Okay, that's fine. I'll use. I'm not within 30 feet, am I, of that giant that's down that just got shot with the lightning.
You are.
You are just in 30 feet.
Okay, I'll cast Spare the Dying
All right.
as my bonus action,
Very nice.
and that will be my turn.
Okay. All right. It's the giant's turns.
I used all 30 feet to get up to 7.
Yeah.
Damn. I wanted to move like 1.
It was like
back.
exactly 30 feet.
Damn.
They're going to take this opportunity to, having backed up and kind of had a chance to take a breath and had you guys come to the combat, they're feeling a little bit better. And they're going to move in, seeing this one taking a little bit of damage.
Good.
And go both try to
Get him.
buck it up.
Punch him.
Okay, let's see.
Punch him.
And they pull back. They've got these like great clubs. So the first one, damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have picked these dice because that's the second fucking bad roll that they've given me. It's only 11 to hit, so that misses as it swings down. Oh, it has 2 attacks. Haha. First one misses. The second one hits. As like swings down and the lizard kind of dodges out of the way and it follows back through and like hits it straight in the face with its club. 3d8. Nice. 19 plus 6. 25 points of damage on that hit.
Wow, with only 1 attack?
Yeah,
That's nice.
they're giants.
I should have hasted them.
As it follows through and you can see it like it makes this loud kind of crack as it connects with this lizard's face, and you can see its head like physically thrown backwards as its head comes down, no longer locking eyes with you, Seven, turning to look at
Good.
these giants. The other one is going to try and hit it twice with its club. That one hits. Both hit. Hell yeah. All right.
Do you even know how to take it out?
First attack, 26 points of damage. The
Damn.
second attack is less, but 9,
It's one of those screw ones.
13, 18 points of damage.
It's pretty
Damn.
good.
6.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Bum, 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 bum.
As it follows through from the other one's attack and kind of brings both hands down and batters the lizard on the top of the head twice. You can see the lizard's head like physically shrink down to the ground. And the second attack batters it against the ground like the stone on the ground itself. It's looking hurt.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
See, guys,
Yeah,
we're
fuck
fine.
that guy, man.
Everything's fine.
No, he's got something planned. I can see it.
Well, that other encounter was not hard enough, clearly.
We rolled well and Mason rolled shit, so that was great.
Yeah, that was nice. You really just blew that in my face?
Yeah, he'll do that.
I will do that.
This one that's kind of like more shaman looking is going to pick up
Excuse me?
a boulder and throw it at the thing. That's a 21 to hit, so that hits. 4d10 damage.
Hell yeah. That's not as good as 12d10, but like I'll take it.
I'm going to smoke out this way because my brother sits to the left of me.
Yeah, whenever we play games.
So it's habit. No, I just go.
Yes.
Well, rip you.
All right, so that's 27 points of damage, and it needs to make a strength save or be knocked prone.
Oh.
I think it fails, actually. Yep. Yeah. Just one under it fails.
Oh, nice.
So you watch this one kind of pick up a rock and do the like toss it in his hand, eyeballs it a little bit, and throws it straight at the creature that had just had its head pounded into the ground, and it strikes into it, and the creature rolls over and falls prone.
Nice. Wait, just prone?
Yeah. And it takes 27 points of damage.
I got excited when you said fall. I was like, yes, fall dead.
No. It looks really fucking hurt, though. All right, back to the top. Tail.
Okay. So I'm gonna have Valley move over to the one that's down and attack it. $17.
17 just barely hits. As it falls down to the ground and Valley kind of floats over and does his signature Valley curb stomp onto this creature.
Nice.
Damn it, that's cocked. Oh, okay, that's cool.
worked out.
Yeah, that did. That's 14 damage from Valley.
He had 13 hit points left. So
Valley's
Valley,
so good.
Valley floats over and
Valley's
just
got more
floats
kills
above
than
this
any of
creature
us.
and literally like, and you hear the creature's neck snap as it like its back tail flops up in the air for a second before it smashes back down, unmoving.
Valley raises his fist and flexes his wooden muscles.
See the wood kind of raise a little bit.
All right, then I'm gonna use my 2 attacks against this other dude.
No,
Magic.
19 for the first hit.
Okay.
Then I crit for the second.
Nice.
Nice. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This fight's gonna be quicker than I thought it was gonna be. That's okay.
Ooh.
Could have been bad.
First hit does 14 damage.
Nice.
Second hit also does 14 damage.
Nice. Even with the crit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's because I rolled. Wait, no, I can't count. So it does 16 damage. Sorry.
Well, I can't read.
All right. So Valley does this, and you look over and kind of like, yes, and then you slice into this one. It's still not looking too hurt as your slices open up the blood, and you can see this like dark blue blood that starts to drain out of its skin, and there's little like streaks of like arcs of electricity that arc from the wound itself as it's bleeding.
Okie dokie. Well, that's my turn.
DeWitt.
I'm gonna run up, like here or something.
Okay.
Can I get there? Or can I get?
You're about there.
Fuck it. I'll go right here.
Right here.
Can I see
Wait.
the guy?
Does
That guy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. Does crit include the damage from my fighting style?
No.
Okay.
It's just the damage of the weapon.
Okay, just making sure.
And then I say to it, give your balls a tug, you tit fucker. And then I cast Vicious Mockery on it. It makes a wisdom save.
Fuck you, do it.
That's a 13.
And fails. So it takes.
Give its balls a tug.
Yeah. I'm tugging its
DeWitt.
balls with necrotic damage.
Does it take damage?
It does. It takes max damage, and necrotic damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
And then I.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I do
You can
too.
see it's like
Yeah.
kind of head lowers a little bit and it looks down at the ground for a moment before looking up a little bit sadder.
If it already has blue balls, what is it?
They're now they turn to human colored balls.
They blush.
Stop.
Stop tugging me.
And cast healing word on
I'm
7.
uncomfortable.
Take,
Cannon.
Or you get.
Sorry.
You take 3 health.
Yeah. You take 6 health.
6 health damage.
Yeah.
6 healing damage. All right.
That's it.
Kaya.
2 attacks.
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
You take 6 health.
Is that
take it.
copyright?
Yeah. Okay. So, 1. I'm using my staff.
Okay.
Sorry, staff.
Swing, swing.
16 and a 25.
16 misses.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Ooh, 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And then.
Why do you always do that?
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Oh, well, that one misses. But does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, another 8, so 11 again.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
All right. So 4 quick strikes into it, and you can feel as your fists hit it, there's almost like a little bit of static, like electrical feel, or not your fist, but as your staff hits it, like you can feel a little bit of static. Obviously, the wood doesn't conduct very well.
Wait, is it a wooden one? Because I have the cool.
Or your metal. It is your metal staff. That's right. So you could. It does feel. I mean, you're not taking damage from it.
Okay.
It's even though it conducts it, but you can feel as the staff connects that there's like, those like little pens that people would joke with, and you'd push the. It feels like that. So it doesn't hurt, but it's like every time you hit, there's like a.
Lovely.
When you get shocked from like the electrical socket or something.
Now it's its turn.
Awful. Or just Dad and Val's house. You remember upstairs every time you'd flick a
I
light
remember.
switch and shock
Every
you?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna like rear up again, and this one hasn't used its breath as it shoots out this string of electricity.
Fuck you, dude.
5 feet wide. It would catch you, Kaya, and these 3.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I dodged it.
So dexterity save from you, Kaya.
Does it have a disadvantage or anything?
Nope.
Yeah.
This is just
You got it.
You have evasion.
this is just a dex save, and they have +5
Don't fail.
to their dex saves. She's +6.
Too bad.
Don't do that either.
That
Kiss it again.
succeeds.
Start
That
over.
succeeds.
Kiss it again.
Cool. All the giants succeed.
Ah, okay,
See?
okay.
Science.
Science.
26.
Okay.
26 succeeds.
And evasion.
No
You don't need to do
Okay.
that.
So no damage.
So you take no damage as this bolt shoots out. Like your hits. You hit it, and on the last connection, there's a little bit more of a zap. And as you pull your hand back, you see it reel up, and the electricity starts to shoot out. And at that last second, you duck out of the way, and the beam passes straight in front of your face. You can see Kaya's hair kind of like stand up statically on end as this beam shoots straight through all the giants, who all succeeded as well. So instead of
I gotta
71
make that
points
fan art.
of lightning damage,
Oh my god.
How much?
71, but they all succeeded.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
I would have survived that too.
So that would be 35.
Barely.
Because you got that
Barely.
30, yeah, 35.
By 1 point.
Ooh.
They all look
My max is
hurt,
73.
like very hurt, but they are still up. Oof, very hurt, but still up. And it's going to start to climb up the walls. Kaya and Tail, you get attacks of opportunity. Yes. Off and starts to climb up the wall like midway up.
I crit. I like these dice. Maybe I should forget my dice more often.
They're doing good work for you.
Oof. Yeah, you do. 14 damage.
Nice. Hold on.
21
one more.
hit.
A 21 hits.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it recharge its ability? Yes. Okay. 7, you're up. It's now like clinging to the wall itself, angled out at all of you, and you can see the breath starting to like
Kill it.
form one
Kill
more
it,
time.
it's its turn.
I'm gonna poke my head out and aim at it,
Okay.
and I want to use ensnaring strike on my first attack.
Ooh. This could be fun.
Woo.
It is considered a larger creature, right?
It is considered a huge creature.
Yeah. So it's yeah.
Yes.
And then it has advantage on it as well. At strength saving throw,
That's cocked. Damn.
and you have to beat 13.
Oh, he got 20.
Damn. Okay. Well,
It has a +6 to strength.
well, that's stupid. Okay, then I'm just gonna hit it. Oh, does 15 hit?
Misses.
Darn. Okay.
Slayer spray on it?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
I crit.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Crits, boys. and Girls.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was offended.
Yeah, I was really.
Yeah,
Why
Ben.
are you
I was
offended?
really
I was
offended.
really
Until
offended.
that last second.
Just
Yeah.
start saying ladies when you're addressing the table.
26 damage.
There we go.
26.
I rolled max.
Oh,
on
shit,
everything.
really?
Yeah, I rolled max everything.
So you see the first arrow kind of clatter off to the side of the rock, and the ensnarement kind of wraps up around the rock itself, away from it. And as it turns to this and turns back towards you, its mouth starting to open up, the arrow strikes into the back of its throat, and it kind of like reels back for a
Yeah, that's
second
right.
before it pulls back out again, and you can see the electricity forming, and the arrow just like disintegrates in its mouth, sticking out of its throat, but it looks hurt.
Now you
You can
keep that
see
arrow
like
back.
some of that blue blood kind of dripping down. Tail from being on the side of the cliff, you can see some of it drip down next to you, and there's like a little bit of like a static as it drips
I
onto
wanna
the
collect
rocks.
it.
Oh, just in case it makes a difference, I don't know for these creatures, but it's 20 piercing, 6 cold. So
Okay, it does make a difference.
okay.
It's one of the androids from Detroit.
All right,
It's got blue blood.
Nyx.
We should play that game. It's a good fucking game.
Yeah, I'd be done.
I will.
Oh, glad to hear it's a great game.
Wait, you think I can? Is that within 80 feet?
I mean, you
Yes.
can certainly move up that far.
The big green thing.
It's probably like
wait,
so.
forgot
It's
the
it's
height.
about 40 feet up the wall.
You can get close.
You have
Do I need
move
to
up.
get closer, or do you want me to?
Yeah, you would have to get
bust out
closer.
the. All right. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Right there. Bonus action. Hide. That is a 21 stealth.
That is probably hidden. Yes.
Dope. Then I'm gonna fire a barbed arrow at it. This time.
How much did those give extra damage for again?
I think it's a D4.
I'm
I
pretty sure
think
it's a
I think you're right.
D4.
I'm just gonna remember.
That is a 26 to hit.
You still haven't used those arrows I gave you.
Or the poison to put on your arrows that I gave you.
I know. That's because I never have them prepared because it takes it wastes an action.
Not to use my arrows.
the petrified stone owlie feather arrows that
Yeah.
potentially don't work. Those ones.
You should use those ones. It's made out of the cursed wood, so.
So I use a barbed arrow.
Nah. You don't know what it does.
And
could
I
be
assume
cool.
that it's so I get sneak attack.
Yes.
What if it opens up a
wood
rift and
Ooh, you guys, that was a good
What is it?
roll.
What are you using?
That was a good roll.
The barbed arrow.
Oh.
We were just joking about how she
That
was use
is
the one's
10,
tail made.
22,
I worked real hard on those. Okay.
You spent like a single night on those.
Yeah, I worked real hard on that.
That is 33 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
33.
Damn.
Wait, yes, 33 points.
It is looking fucked up. As your arrow strikes it and like pierces deep into its throat, you can see a large stream of that blood start to trickle down its torso, and it is looking very hurt.
I will fire again
Oh.
with my extra action. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Dope. So now, so I don't get sneak attack, but I still get my plus, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dope. 7 plus 5, so 12 points of piercing damage.
Paint me a picture.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Damn it. If you didn't get it, I was gonna fuck with you.
I want I want to hit it in its stupid foot, and I want it to fall, and I want it to, I don't know. I just want to shoot it in the foot so that it falls off the wall.
Okay.
And then dies.
So as it takes the first arrow, you can see it close its mouth, like about ready to turn and run from the electricity forming in its breath. And it turns to go, and your second arrow hits like through its foot, and it crushes the rock underneath, and its foot slips, and the rest of its feet scramble to catch, and it starts to fall off the side of this cliff. Tail, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Son of a bitch. I crit.
Tail, you look up and see this and jump out of the way just in time as this massive body slams into the ground next to you. And combat.
Enough child's play.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
I'm gonna run up and start doing like spare the dying on the other two fucking giants that are down. I don't know if they're dead or not, but I'm gonna fucking try to keep them alive.
You're able to do so, and they seem stabilized, though unconscious.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
go around and do a cure wounds on all three of the down ones then.
Okay.
Just
I'm
the first level.
All
going
right.
to take a lot of its blood.
Make medicine check.
I'm gonna wait for Nimue because she talked to me about this again. I forgot.
I'm gonna cast tongues on myself.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna run
sad
up
that
to
I didn't have
7 and do healing hands and give you
Yay.
8 points of healing.
All of those guys get an automatic 13 points.
All right. You can see them kind of take a breath and look up like into your face, kind of confused, but like a grateful look as they still kind of just lay there, breathing deeply for a moment.
I'm waving over at Nimue to come to me.
Nimue, I require your assistance.
All right, Taylor, I'm coming. Okay, I just wanted to help these people first.
Okay.
All right, I'll go over and help him. What do you want? What
Can
do you
I?
from
I
this?
want some of its electrical blood.
Do you have like a
Oh yeah, I have jars.
Okay, I'll harvest some of the blood.
Okay.
Put it into some
Make a
jars.
medicine check.
Okay, I'm going to guidance myself.
Can I assist her by making a hole for blood to pour out?
Hey, if you're just harvesting blood, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean I get advantage?
Yeah.
Well, good thing. The second one was the one. Anyways, so 18 plus 2 plus 8 is 28.
Okay. That's what you needed to not get any of the blood on yourself and cause any issues.
I needed a 28 to not cause
No,
issues.
above a 20.
Oh.
But you pull out some vials and Tail, you kind of just say, you're like, how can I help you? And she's like, I don't know. And you just take your chakram and you stab him. You like stab and twist, and it's almost like a spout as blood just starts to like
Yes.
slop out of the hole. You take the vial. You love my sound effects.
I don't. They're good, but I don't. Like,
Sorry. Really good at gory blood sounds, apparently.
you're good.
Do you fill, how many vials are you trying to fill?
How many vials do you want?
How many
How
vials
much
do
am I
need?
allowed?
You don't have an infinite number of vials, but you have some that you've been using to make health potions. This will limit the potions that you can make as you go.
You just used one, didn't you?
And I used
Some-
one
somebody
too.
used
I didn't use one.
Oh, you
I
used
used one.
All right.
So there's one. You probably,
Let's see.
carry, I'm sure.
Yeah, we carry a couple for sure.
Yeah.
But
I'd say you can probably fill
Don't
five
use too
or
many. I want to
six.
keep making stuff.
Well-
You have 5 or 6 available to you.
then
So,
let's fill up like 2 or 3 then.
Okay.
3.
okay.
We'll do 3.
So you fill up 3 vials of this blood, and you can see kind of swishing it in the vial. There's still a little bit of like a static charge to it, and it's like this, like it almost looks like blue jello, like the color of blue jello, where there's kind of a green tint to it, and it's a little bit thicker than like normal human blood or humanoid blood would be. But yeah, there's just little streaks of like
Do
electrical
they have
energy that.
scales and claws and horns?
They have claws. I wouldn't say they're scaled. They're
They're more like
Or
salamander.
do
Can I
they
see
have,
the
like,
picture of them
yeah,
again?
more like
Spines
salamander.
or cool parts like claws.
Like they have
fangs.
like large claws, but they're not really scaled.
Okay. Do they have horns?
The one on the left or the right?
Right.
Right. Okay.
They do have horns.
I was like,
Oh, I
the
want
left
a
has a
horn.
lot of
Okay,
spikes.
I'll take off the horns. I'll take some claws.
It looks like a combination between a centipede and a crocodile.
Ugh.
Crocopede.
Dial.
I lied, I guess. The picture doesn't look like it, but it does say it's scaled hide. So it does have scales.
Then I'll try to take some scales too.
I would like to try and take one scale.
Well, I can just give one to you.
Okay. Make. So what are you trying to harvest here? Scales,
Scales,
the
claws,
horns. Okay, make just a medicine check. I'm not gonna make you make 3 separate,
I'm
but we'll
gonna
determine the
give
DC is higher for all of them.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to guidance myself.
and I'm assuming Tail's helping you, so you can
Yeah.
roll it with advantage.
So,
Scalpel. Scalpel. Chakram.
okay. Okay.
Allie.
27.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily harvest. The horns are the hardest part of it, as they're almost like, I mean, horns are always embedded in the head, but they're like part inside of almost like a scaled flap, and it takes you a little bit of finesse to carve out and take the horns.
I'm
but
finessed
you
as fuck.
are able to do so.
Oh,
Claws easy, scales easy.
thank you,
Okay,
Nimue.
I'm gonna keep 1 scale for myself, give 1 scale to Nimue. Who? Nyx. Who am I talking about? And then you can keep the rest.
Yay.
What is this creature called again?
Behir, Behir.
Oh,
And as you guys are doing this, you can see the giants. The one that is kind of more shaman looking has been going to the ones that are on the ground and mutters some words to them, which casting tongues on yourself you can understand. Basically in giant, it's just asking them if they're okay. And there's like, just pleasantries of that. Like, there's like a middle arm, like forearm grab between them when they respond yes. And she nods. It's a female giant. She nods, makes her way to the other couple. And then after that kind of turns and looks around, and you can see her look towards Tail and Nimue, just like carving into the corpse of this creature at first, and looks kind of cockeyed, and then pulls a dagger that's like the size of a short sword to you all, but like a dagger to her, and walks up to the other one and starts doing the same, and like cutting off some of the claws, and carving like a small hole in them, and like hangs them on a like necklace, like a rope around her neck. Takes some of the scales, puts it in her bag, and as well pulls out not a glass vial, but almost like a water skin, and fills it with some of the blood, puts it in her like side bag as well.
See? They're bound to be my friend.
And turns and looks to all of you, and
I go, hello.
just hear her say, hello. You can all hear her say hello in common.
In common? Great. Perfect.
Cool.
Says, I
Just want to make sure.
am not sure how I can repay you for what you've all done here.
Oh, no worries. Are you guys all okay?
Well, we are now. For now. But
Do you see a lot of these things around here?
occasionally, but we don't make our way out of the caves often.
So you live in these caves here?
We did.
Oh, did.
Oh.
Is there something wrong with them?
A few days ago, we were attacked. A tribe of trolls that wished for our territory. Some we had thought we could control, enslaved for amusement and to fight each other, rose up and created a group that sought to take our home from us, and unfortunately, what you see here is all that I know that have made it out.
How many were there?
There were many of us. We are a whole tribe. The
Oh.
Mountain Blood clan.
Mountain. Interesting. So we're trying to get to the body of the behemoth.
Why ever would you wish to go to a place like that?
We are trying to rescue a friend.
Well, it would seem that you are capable of doing so. Unfortunately, the only way there is through the caves, through our home. I can't say any of us are quite willing or wishing to step back in there at the moment, not until we can find a way to wrest control from those who took it from us.
How many trolls are there?
I couldn't say. There are many, though. They're
Oh.
led by one awful beast. This creature has other body parts and things grafted to it. It feeds on the corpses of its fallen comrades and seems to incorporate them into its being.
That kinda dangerous.
It was the one that we had enslaved and the one who started this riot and this resistance against our people.
Is there a description of like that creature in the book or anything like that?
Quickly flip through, make an investigation check.
Guidance.
I'm not good at reading.
I am.
Well, I assume no. Whoop.
Oh, it was a 4 though.
5.
Just as she's explaining this, you pull out the book and like start flipping through the pages.
No, can't find that.
No,
Are you the last of your kind?
I sure hope not. I'm sure there are more inside. I can only assume that this creature wishes to do to us what we did to it. But we were the last that made for an escape and
What-
managed to flee. There were 15 of us that attempted.
What did you do to this creature?
We enslaved it.
For what purpose?
Entertainment, for them to fight each other, other creatures.
I feel like that's
Other
not very
creatures.
nice.
Well, we realize now the error of our ways, but hindsight is not always beneficial.
That's fair. Do you know the name of that creature?
I do not. We did not give it a name.
Could you maybe explain to us how this creature came to you? Maybe if we knew its history, we could.
We captured it like any other thing we wish to put in the proving pits.
So
How does
where
it-
did you find it?
There are many trolls that wander out here in the wilderness.
So it's just like a regular troll that's like gotten some sort
This is no
Extra.
regular troll anymore.
How does it change itself? Like that.
It feeds on the
Wait.
corpses of its comrades.
So it eats them and then it gains their body parts.
It would seem so.
That's fucking
Does this
crazy.
sound like magical in nature, or does this sound like a creature in particular?
Make an Arcana check.
guidance.
Good thing for the guidance. Oh. Do I have a plus? Oh, I do. 16.
It seems like there could be some magical piece to this. Just the way that it's being described. There's nothing naturally that you've come across that does this, but you're not sure what.
It could be like a curse or something. I don't think that this is just
Breaking my own rule.
a powerful creature. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it does sound like it would be quite dangerous to go through the caves, but if we're stealthy enough, maybe we can just make it through without encountering them at all. I don't know if that would be possible.
How many trolls do you think are inside?
How many trolls did you have enslaved?
This one seemed to escape months ago and gather some forces of trolls around the area. I couldn't tell you how many are in there. It all happened very quickly.
Well, what is your plan now that you've escaped? What were you planning on doing?
We were hoping to at least flee and regather ourselves and hopefully make contact with some of the other tribes within this range.
How far are the other tribes?
A few days' journey.
Is there anything that you could maybe like help us, give us to maybe if we encounter some of your brethren to show that we are not enemies?
Give us all your weapons.
Give us everything you have.
There is no token I can give you, as that would only show that you had possibly defeated one of our tribe and taken that on you, but
Can you tell us your name?
I am Yara.
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 But I... Can any of you speak our language?
I can try if you say something.
Oh yeah, you can mimic it.
Yeah, I can. For an hour.
She gives you kind of a sideways glance and just says, if you can tell them that you have made contact with Yara from the Fjallblood clan.
Fjordblot.
Fjarblood.
Sorry.
No. This would be your best bet. If you cannot repeat this, they may... Not many understand your common tongue. I am one that makes journeys outside our caves to explore the dreamlands that you all walk. And I have made contact with others of your kind before and learned to communicate. But these others, they will not understand you
Can
or your
you
tongue.
like make handprint on something and sign your name and we can show others that?
This may suffice.
Okay.
Well, you can
How
also
do you say
mimic what she
friend?
said, right?
How do you say friend in giant?
I don't remember.
Comrade.
That's it. It's canon now.
Comrade. So we just say Yara's comrade.
I think, Seven, you can mimic what people say, can't you?
Yes.
You can.
So if you just happen to, let's say, speak a phrase, I am friends with Yara. I'm here to help you. Then I can mimic that.
This could be possible, yes.
Then say it.
All right, bye.
I'm trying to figure
So, should we
Should have
like
known
risk
better.
going into these? If it's the only way across, it's not like we can go over the mountains, can we?
Well, it's in the mountain that we need
It
to
would
go.
be-
Isn't
No,
it?
we go past the mountain.
It would be quite a dangerous climb, and you would take much more time to get there, but it is possible that way.
How tall are giants again?
Like 9 feet.
Okay.
Okay, Danny is confused. So because we had to go to the giant spine. Where is Bartholomew then?
So
The
we have to
body of
go
the behemoth.
Through.
That's not in this.
He's in a.
mountain?
It is
It's
in
in
this
a. He's in a.
mountain range.
It's in a meadow that's within the center of this mountain range.
So we have to go into the cave.
Yeah. So the
To get
map
there.
shows that we're supposed to go through the mountain.
I got it now.
And then exit the mountain,
We're-
and it's
we're
still
good
like
now.
further.
Can I get her handprint on, like,
What do you have?
Sure.
I do have, like, paint, but...
What do you have that?
Put it on a giant rib.
I didn't
That's
kill her.
I do have paper, but that's
I have a bear trap. I don't know what I got.
Put it on the pressure plate and then.
And say friend and giant.
I have Vlad's leg warmers.
Hey, yeah, let's cut it. I'm gonna cut up Vlad's leg warmers and spread it out so she can put her handprint on it.
Okay. Just says friend is Ven.
Ven?
Ven.
Vin?
Vin?
Ven. And she
How do you spell her name?
just Yara. She places her handprint on the cloth and very like almost calligraphy like signs her name in like runes in runic, giant runic.
Oh, thank you, Yara. And my name is Dayal. So nice to meet you.
Put that in the bag of holding.
Then I'm gonna put my handprint on a piece of paper and hand that to her, and sign it Tail as shittily as possible.
She takes it, nods, and puts it in her bag.
Oh my god, I can't believe we just got Yara's autograph. I've been such a big fan. Well, so should we risk it or what's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get in there.
Let's risk it for the biscuit.
Well, I also am not ready for another fight.
Oh yeah, maybe we
Oh,
should.
come out.
Yeah, you
Somewhere.
are all very injured. I mean, I have enough
Do we want to
spell
camp
slots,
out
but-
here, or do we want to camp out
Maybe we could
inside
just
the
go
cave?
just inside the cave, but not
And then
too
just
far in.
just camp out right when
We can
right
also
when we
take a
get
short
inside.
rest as well. Well, what
Oh,
time
I
is
guess
it?
I mean if an hour would be fine
Yeah,
with
what time
me,
is it?
but
If we take an hour, will it be? Like,
It's only
late in
been
the
like
day?
2 hours since you guys started your
Yeah, so we
day.
should just take a short rest and then
Alright.
keep going.
Yara?
As you're kind of out there discussing, and figuring out what to do, there's a moment where this large shadow falls
No.
over you.
Mason, no.
You glance up and see the shape of this massive avian creature circling above where you all are, possibly alerted by the combat and things that had just occurred.
Get in the cave. Get in the cave. Let's go to the cave.
What do the giants do?
She looks to the other giants and they all look up and kind of look a bit panicked at her. And she shakes her head and says in giant that you can understand, "We must go back for now. But we will not stay long. As soon as it passes, we will leave." And they all start slowly, like very defeatedly, walking back towards the mouth of this cave that you can see now is like a giant carved stone door with runic giant language carved along the edges of it, very similar to the one that you guys saw at the Sky Giant Fort.
what does this say around the doorway?
It just declares this the home of the Mountain Blood clan.
What is that flying thing?
I have only seen it a few times in my travels. It prefers larger prey, such as ourselves.
We
but
read
would
about
settle
it.
for any food.
Did we read about it?
Yeah, it's in the book that you've been flipping through all day.
Oh yeah.
I want to copy the runes on the doorway into my notebook.
Okay.
Same.
I was actually gonna do
So if it was in the book,
I
do
did
we
better than
know
all
what
of
the
you.
Name is?
So you're gonna take time outside the doorway, drawing the runes in the door.
I mean,
was
I
doing-
can copy it really fast.
That's fair.
At least compared to these two. I don't know.
I'll stay outside with Seven, and then if like the rock comes near us, I'll like dimension door us into the cave or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Everybody else inside the cave, away from how far can come in.
Hey
Okay.
Yara, could you just quickly write down those runes in my notebook?
It's gonna be pretty big.
I could do this. Yes.
I just think it's interesting. I like to keep track of my travels. Thank you.
She kind of like takes your notebook between her fingers. It looks really tiny. Like takes a quill and it's like just scribbling these little intricate. I mean, she's got like hands that are very intricately drawing in your notebook. As you guys go in, just the entrance of the cave, and you guys are out there starting to carve it, and the shadow crosses over you again. And you look up, and you can see this massive bird diving straight for your position.
Dimension door, 400 feet.
As you guys are inside the inside the doorway to this cave, all of a sudden DeWitt and Seven just like appear right next to you, like out of breath. And as you kind of look to them in confusion, the light from the entrance to this cave darkens, and there's this. You look out, and you can see this massive bird looking into the cave at you all.
Can it?
Mom?
Starts to walk towards the door,
Oh, what?
like towards you all.
I mold
It's-
earth and
I will
push a
I'll
mound.
stone shape. I'll just stone shape the door shut.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty large doorway.
Stone shape can do big doorways, can it?
I guess it's
Probably.
stone. I couldn't mold earth.
It's better than Molder. It's the fourth level spell.
Yeah, it's fucking better.
That's Mulder,
It's
by the
probably
way.
like a 15-foot tall doorway, like 10 foot wide.
You could shape a stone door, or it's framed to seal a.
This is no more than 5 feet, though.
But it would be enough to block it off so way the rock could at least not get in here, right? Like because even in the doorway, if you block off 5 feet of it, it would still make it too small for the rock to fit
Sure.
through.
So you, seeing this instinctually, like toss your hands up, and this stone just immediately shoots up and covers about 5 feet. And you can see this bird, like this large avian creature's head, beaked maw, like open up and start snapping into, like stuck in the doorway and snapping in. And it does the like weird chicken thing where it pulls its head back out and it turns sideways and looks in with both eyes and starts kind of pacing around the door itself. And again, tries one more time and just like goes to it and stands outside and just watches for a minute. And Yara kind of looks to the other giants and looks to you all and just says, "We may have to go further in." And they all kind of look down solemnly, understanding. And you're in like, so it's a carved doorway, but it's almost like it's an entrance to a cave. Right now you're in this mouth of a cave that's just like sand floor. There's the cavern walls around you. There's nothing really intricate or stands out about this particular area. But you can see a tunnel that continues on into the darkness.
Yara,
Yes.
do you have any like tips for us if we were to go down to the body of the behemoth?
We do not visit that place.
Oh.
It is.
Have you ever been there?
What?
I've passed by the area.
What exactly is that?
A creature of old legends, bigger than us.
Oh.
There is, further in, if you find it, a mural that was carved long ago that depicts how this creature came to be where it is.
Okay, we will keep an eye out.
If you do wish to venture further into the caves, our cave systems and our homes carve patterns for miles. It's very easy to get lost down there.
Okay. Good. I appreciate you telling us.
Do you know a way to navigate? I mean, obviously you know how to.
Get
Do you know how to, or can you give us some advice on how to get through?
I couldn't give you an easy description on how to venture through these caverns.
Don't like stick to the right always or anything.
Well,
or-
maybe
I
Yara
would say
could
that
show
seems
you.
quite a ridiculous notion.
Yara,
Sometimes, yeah, but it's
Don't
been
go there
working.
like that.
do it. Could you have Yara show you?
Oh, read her.
Ooh,
Her
if you read
thought,
her thoughts,
and she
Can you
think
see
of
like
yeah.
how to
images?
get
Would that
there.
work?
I could try.
Are you okay with that?
Seems like an odd concept, but I could try. Okay. Her base thoughts are of skepticism and panic and worry and just exhaustion.
Hey, it's okay. Relax.
She closes her eyes and almost like goes into like a meditative breathing and lets you push further into her thoughts.
Think about the way to your home and
the way out.
through the mountain, through the tunnels. Secret mountain.
Forbidden from one another.
Two giants.
You see quite clearly her take her mind through this path. Guys.
Sorry.
You see her mind clearly take her, like almost as if she's walking this path. And you follow it as she leads you through the tunnels, and you can see vividly these tunnels that she walks through. And as she gets further in, it opens up to these massive sprawling halls with these murals and intricate works of art carved all around the walls itself. Spiraling pillars that raise to the top that are of like complex design. And she leads you through this winding path that eventually exits back out of the other side. I need you to make an intelligence check to see how much you can
Can I guidance him
remember.
while he's trying to remember this? Because I can see him like obviously trying
Sure.
to remember this. Okay, guidance.
17.
Ooh, nice. Okay. That's
Okay. For the most part, it seems pretty straightforward. It's probably going to be, about another, it'll probably take you until the next morning to get out of these caves. You would have to travel through the night to fully get out of there, or find some place within the caves to rest that would be safe. But you're pretty sure you know the way.
This is the way.
I think I know the way.
Oh, that's good. Hey, Yara.
Yeah.
Other question. Why did you take the body parts of that creature like me? What can they be used for?
Anything of a creature that has expired can be used again.
Oh, I know. My weapon was made from other creatures.
I see that.
I just wanted to know if there are special properties I should be aware of. So next time I make weapon.
It's not often that any of us leave the surface and come into contact with these creatures.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you. I wish to find that out myself.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can text each other. Have a blacksmithing group chat.
I dibs those digis.
Digis, bro. Okay, but thank you.
She nods and just steps over to the side of this small, open cavern and sits against the wall next to the other giants that have kind of sat there, gathering their breath. You can still see the occasional shadow of the rock for a while, moving past, looking into the cave. I don't know how long you guys wish to stay in this spot.
Do we want to just stay here for a
We
little
Short
can
bit?
take a
rest.
Short rest.
Is that
yes.
okay,
Yeah.
especially with you spellcasters?
Yeah, that's totally fine. I mean, I'm out of fourth level spells.
Do we not
now.
want to
wait.
go deeper?
Could I also have
Before
drawn
we take a
my
rest.
symbol on that handprint thing I gave her?
Sure.
Yes, cool.
Well, I think we should at least take an hour right now.
I think so too.
If we encounter trouble again,
Yeah, it
We
could
should
be
try
very
not to encounter trouble again.
Taking a short
For
rest
sure.
is not going
But
to
if
do
we
anything
do, I
for
don't.
me.
Right
something
here
for me.
in front of the entrance where this bird is still trying to
It
get
can
in.
get through. The stone shape should keep it back.
Are you really sure you want to risk that for 1 hour?
But I mean, we'll have at least these helpful giants.
I mean, are you sure? How are you, Seven?
I am not doing so hot. So if we decided to get in another combat, regardless if it's here against this bird or somebody else, I wouldn't want that either. But I'm merely asking whether you want to take this short rest right here in the entrance.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go a little bit further away from this possible bird.
I think we will be fine. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, it's either here or there. I mean,
And we don't know what's ahead, but we do know what is here.
Either way, it's dangerous.
Well,
but
I
there's-
can keep watch. I'm not tired.
I did not take any damage either, so I'm fine.
Okay.
So we can.
Can I
keep
do a
watch.
song of rest while
Sure.
we do this?
So you guys all kind of
Oh yeah.
gather around, sit against the wall, take a breath. You can roll your hit die to regain some health.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
With the song of rest, you can add a d6 to your hit dice too, if you want.
Oh, dope.
Is it 1d6 per hit die or just 1d6 total?
1d6 total with the song of rest. So like, your
Max.
All right.
Full health.
23 years and I've learned so much. Trying to get up that great big hill of hope. for a destination. I realized quickly that this world is complex, that the world was made up of these ley lines of magic, for whatever that means. And then I hear something about a different world where I have to see things that are in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. And then I talk to my friends and they've all met the same people, but they all want to kill those people. And I scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
Nice.
Great.
No, and the
arrested.
Giants can get that too if they want.
They gladly accept. So you sing this as you guys all sit down to take a rest, and it almost helps to alleviate the stressful presence of a giant, massive avian predator just outside the doorway. So y'all heal up.
We're
And
keeping an eye on the doorway.
Probably about 45 minutes into this rest, the shadow disappears and you hear like a the bird fleeing away. And your rest ends. 15 minutes later, still no sign of this creature. The giants speak to themselves. Your spell fading, you can't quite understand what is said. But Yara turns to you all and just says, "We will take our chances and step out and hope to find some of the other clans in hopes that they may help us recover what has been lost. We are very thankful for your assistance." She kind of bows, puts her hand to her chest and bows.
I'll mimic
I do the
it,
same thing.
And I'll say, thank you for your advice and your words of wisdom. And for not attacking us.
The help was appreciated. In any other circumstances, well, who's to say?
Who's to say?
Oh, I also want to let you know that symbol at on back of that thing I gave you, that shows you are friend of Dayal. So if you see other symbol like that, that means they are my friends. And that means you should be friends too. Because I'm friends with lots of people and monsters.
Friends of Tail.
Yeah.
She reaches out her arm.
I reach out my
Like whole
Little
hand
hand.
engulfs like most of your arm. She shakes it as gently as she can.
Breaks it off your body.
Roll initiative.
Your shoulder.
Now we are friends.
Right.
God damn
I'm
it.
adding her to my friend book too.
Okay. And she nods and they all
Quit this game.
they all step back out into the light, and she gives one more glance over her shoulders. She does and gives a nod and steps out.
I can't remove the stone shape, so it's just
They climb,
like
easily
that
climb
forever
over.
now.
Sure, they could just step over it. They're
Probably.
9 feet tall.
Just kick it down.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck this shit.
Like last
You all
it's still there.
You all turn and gaze down the tunnels that lead deeper in to the home, the cavern system of the Mountain Blood clan, and all that awaits within. And we'll pick up there next week. So, make sure you don't erase anything. You guys have spent spells today, and that is going to play a role. You made a decision to assist in that combat, which might have given you the easy way through this, but there are consequences to making these decisions. So make sure that nothing is erased. You guys got your health, you got or did your long rest. So make sure those hit dice are also kept track of how much you spent, because if you find an opportunity within the cave, you can still, do a short rest. But yeah, we'll pick up there, venturing into these caverns next week. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hope everyone has the best week ever, and we will see you. Not see you. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, I almost went the whole thing without.
This is awkward.
Fucking suck, dude.
End it before it gets worse.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Kill it with fire.
Oh. Thanks again for listening to this week's episode of Crit Seekers. If you're still craving more from the gang, give us a follow on social media. Our Instagram and Twitter handles are @CritSeekers. There you'll find memes, character art, audio clips, and more to keep you satisfied until next episode. If you've enjoyed everything you've heard so far, please do us a huge favor and head on over to podchaser.com and give us a review. It will really help us out. New episodes are posted every Monday at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Enjoy your week, and remember, friends who crit together, stick together.